sit still, sparking a rebellion filled with epic moves, big emotions, and an 80s soundtrack that refuses to quit. Footloose on stage in St. Clair, July 11th through August 2nd. Listen to JR Morning, 6 to 10 a.m. this Wednesday for your chance to win show tickets and a night stay at the Inn on Water Street. Tickets on sale at thumbcoasttheaters.com.
It's another JR Morning with Chris Renwick, Lloyd Jackson, and Jamie Edmonds on 760 WJR and streaming on WJR.com, where Michigan comes to talk.
Tuesday morning here on JR Morning. Good to have you. Lloyd, it's nice to see you, my friend.
It's nice to be seen.
Welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. You have a nice little vacay?
I did have a nice little vacay, got a lot of rest, and that's the thing. You know, when you get rest and your sleep pattern changes.
Oh, yeah.
And so you go to bed a little later, you get up a little later.
Oh, yeah.
But then when it's time to go back to work, you got to get up. That alarm goes off at 4 o'clock, and you're like, what's going on here? So, yeah. But I'm good, though.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
It's nice to see you.
Yeah. It's we had a good time, man. I had family from out of town. I had a cousin who lives in California who hasn't been to Detroit in 30 years. And
From Detroit?
She's from Detroit, and she lives in California. Been living in California for
She want to come
forever.
back now?
I don't know.
She want to get out of California?
But
that
she
cesspool.
She
That
likes
place
it
is a
here.
mess.
She had a great time
Good,
here, man.
good
We
for
all
her.
got together, man. We had a really great time here, man. So, and also, I mean, I went to a couple of concerts. Chicago was here at the Fox. Also, Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind and Fire at LCA.
Dude, you're grooving.
So, I mean, I had a
Grooving
pretty good
over
time.
vacation.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good
time.
for you. Well, it's good to have you back. Lots to talk about. I don't look. U.S. soccer was never going to win this World Cup. Okay,
You knew that from
well,
day
yeah,
one?
yeah. They're just not. That's not who we are.
Uh-huh.
If you want to line up and play football, we'll beat the brakes off anybody in the world.
I agree. Mm-hmm.
Right? I mean,
Oh, gas. No,
thank
right
you. I
switch.
was waiting for it.
Yeah.
Jason's asleep at the wheel this morning. But we're just not. That's not who we are. We're
Okay.
we're not a soccer powerhouse. But it does hurt. It does stink when you lose,
Yeah.
especially when you get pummeled.
Yeah, it was like 4
4
to
to
1.
1.
Yeah.
And Malik Tillman had just a marvelous free kick goal that tied it up at 1. Belgium scored very early in that game
Okay.
to take a 1-0 lead. Then we tied it up. And then after that, a minute and a half later, Belgium scored again to take the lead. And the United States just looked lethargic. They looked uncertain. They didn't look authoritative like they have throughout much of the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And then, the netminder Freese had a absolute horrific blunder. He came way out to play a ball. Foot got caught. Ball got deflected. And, essentially Belgium had a wide open net. They put it in.
Yeah.
And then they scored late in extra time. And 4-1 was the final. So now this is the last co-host city to be host country, rather,
Mm-hmm.
to be exited
Eliminated.
from this tournament. Canada
So
and Mexico were previously eliminated.
Who's gonna come out at the top when this is all said and done in your mind?
Well, I think Argentina is still the team to beat.
Okay.
Spain looked good beating Portugal.
Okay.
Norway has looked really good.
Now that has, yeah.
France has looked really good. This is the thing, is once you get to this point in the tournament, it's all of these teams are really good.
Yeah, of course.
Like
yeah.
you don't just fall into one.
Yeah.
Right? You have to play, 100 minutes of really good soccer.
Yeah.
And yesterday they played, 20 minutes of really good soccer. It was rough to watch. But early exit. So now we get to just sit back, kick our feet up, and enjoy. Well, I don't know.
Well. Okay. Okay.
Well, it's like, well, you do that.
My 5 minutes on Saturday that I usually.
We get to sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of this tournament. But yeah, it was a tough ending for the U.S.
Frustration growing among DTE Energy customers after severe storms knocked out power for thousands across Metro Detroit over the holiday weekend. Some customers say they lost groceries they had purchased for the holiday and question whether DTE's $42 outage credit is enough to cover their losses. DTE officials say they understand the frustration, but argue that the credit is among the largest offered by utilities nationwide. The company says estimated restoration times are based on damage assessments from crews and engineers, not guesses. Repairs are prioritized by safety concerns, critical facilities like hospitals, and then the largest outages first. DTE says power is expected to be restored to all customers by the end of today. Smith's Power, the customers, a lot of their power came back on Sunday. I know my daughter, my stepdaughter, was with us over the holiday weekend because she lives in Detroit on the west side, and she lost power. Tree fell down in her backyard and fell on some lines, and so she lost power. So her and her kids, my grandkids, came and stayed with us until Sunday, and their power was back Sunday morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's still 30,000 people, just under 30,000 people without power right now. And this is drawing reactions from lawmakers as well. We'll talk to Albus Farhat, the state representative out of Dearborn, coming up at 6:19. He wants hearings on DTE Energy and some of the restoration efforts, and certainly some of the issues that's being brought up by folks. Also, 6 people are dead in Michigan following these storms that knocked out power to almost 500,000 people. 3 of the deaths of the storm in all children came in 2 different Wayne County incidents involving power generators running after the storm. 3 others died in a car crash on 94 in Dearborn. Police say that a vehicle was stopped there due to flooding on the roadway and they got hit. One of them was a teen whose parents were overseas and he had a generator in the basement.
Yeah.
Those are the things that you have to keep outside, obviously.
You have to keep them outside, and you should have a working carbon monoxide detector in the home as well.
Yeah, but you're a teen, family's gone. You're not thinking like that.
Absolutely.
So some pretty sad stories there too.
The U.S. Department of Justice says it plans to send election monitors to 3 Michigan cities during the August 4th primary election, and letters from the DOJ's voting section indicate monitors will be present here in Detroit, also in Lansing and in East Lansing to observe election administration. Move comes as the Trump administration increases scrutiny of Michigan's voting systems, including previous requests for voter registration records from Wayne County. Justice Department officials say the 3 cities have had federal election monitors in the past, but some local officials are pushing back, disputing DOJ claims about voting issues in Lansing and calling the monitoring unnecessary. Michigan officials have previously found no evidence of any widespread fraud in the 2020 election, despite repeated claims by the president and his supporters. The DOJ says it will work with local clerks ahead of the primary to coordinate the monitoring effort.
Meanwhile, the Michigan State University gets a big boost. Kevin Guskowitz is staying at MSU.
I saw that.
He had accepted a job basically at Clemson University. That triggered Jay Batt's buyout going lower and he leaving for Kentucky. But Kevin Guskowitz is staying at MSU despite this flirtation with Clemson. University officials announced that Guskowitz, who had been considering this, has decided to stay in East Lansing. It provides stability, certainly for MSU leadership.
Absolutely.
At a time when they needed desperately. And I think Kevin Guskowitz is a wonderful president.
I agree, 100%.
Although the president at Kentucky tweeted out yesterday.
Jay Batts is staying,
that
right?
Jay Batt is still going to Kentucky.
Okay.
But because Guskowitz is staying at MSU, here, this is how all the contract legalese, all this stuff works out.
Okay.
Kevin Guskowitz leaves. Well, that triggers basically the 50% less buyout for Jay Batt.
Sure.
You tied these guys together at these positions.
Tie bar.
Well, now that Guskowitz is staying, that 50% discount goes bye-bye. And now you're back at full price. So now the buyout for Jay Batt is $5 million. So Michigan State University will get a couple extra $1 million in the buyout if, in fact, Jay Batt does leave for Kentucky. And it, according to the president of Kentucky, that is still the case. Jay Batt is leaving.
Okay.
So just something to be mindful of. Also, DOGE has officially closed the doors. The Department of Government Efficiency, the Trump administration member, had launched this initiative with Elon Musk. They had aimed to save $2 trillion. Remember that?
Yeah.
I loved this idea, by the way. Absolutely loved it. We have I do believe we have so much waste in our federal government. They don't know how to spend money. Do you know how much money that they claim to have saved?
How much is that?
$215 billion. That's how much DOGE claims to have saved the U.S. government.
Okay.
$215 billion, which is far from $2 trillion.
Sure.
Although you have these independent estimates that are saying that it could be as high as $85 billion. Could be as low as $1 billion, but could be as high as 85. So they woefully under. It just didn't
do we
work.
know exactly how many? Do we really know?
We don't. I mean, maybe they saved a little bit of money.
Wasn't it a dashboard that was supposed to be put up, and we were supposed to be able to see how much they were
again,
saving?
Doge claims $215 billion in savings.
Okay.
Which is not the mark of $2 trillion.
It's kind of
Again, I don't. The math thing is tough.
Oh, yeah.
Coming up, obviously the frustration boiling over with DTE Energy. We're going to talk to a state lawmaker who says there need to be more hearings on what type of service the utility is providing. It's next on JR Morning.
Michigan summers mean outdoor adventure and fun, but these high temperatures shouldn't break your budget. Count on Consumers Energy to help you make the most of this season and your budget with tips and ways to save, making small changes like shifting some energy use in the morning to evening and raising your thermostat a couple of degrees and doing laundry at night or on the weekends. That could all help you lower your bill while keeping your home comfortable. Discover more ways to beat the heat at consumersenergy.com/summer.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down.
Ace,
you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh, no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Hi, it's Paul W. here from Metro Cars. When planning a wedding, every detail matters, including transportation. Metro Cars provides premium wedding transportation throughout Southeast Michigan, offering luxury black car service for the bride and groom, as well as group transportation options for wedding parties, family members, and guests. With a fleet that includes luxury sedans, SUVs, executive vans, minibuses, and motor coaches, Metro Cars can accommodate transportation needs for intimate ceremonies and large-scale celebrations alike. For more than 35 years, Metro Cars has been trusted for professionalism, reliability, and exceptional service. To learn more about wedding transportation packages, visit metrocars.com or call 800-456-1701. That's metrocars.com or 800-456-1701. Metro Cars, elevating your wedding day from the first pickup to the final farewell.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oh, Ben Tyrod, what are you going to do?
I'm way ahead of you. I'll be on RockAuto.com before you could even finish this commercial.
He's right. RockAuto.com. Parts when you need them.
All the parts your car will ever need. Rock Auto.
The southbound 275 off-ramp to northbound 75 closed for construction till 9:30 this evening. 2 right lanes closed on northbound 275 between Sibley and Eureka. That's in place until 4 o'clock tomorrow. Right lane also closed on eastbound 8 Mile between Van Dyke and Hoover till 3 o'clock Thursday. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. Here's your forecast.
Looking pretty good. Just seeing a few clouds around this morning. Other than that, I think we'll be in good shape here for a couple of days. Next front marches in by Thursday afternoon. Sunshine around with some cloud today, 85. Tonight in the mid-60s. Suburbs may get a little bit cooler. Patchy fog early Wednesday, then sunshine warmer, 90. And still near 90 Thursday with afternoon thunderstorms into Thursday night. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stigicon, 760 WJR, where Michigan comes to talk.
Sponsored by Femininio Law. GetDavidGetPaid.com. Traffic and weather is sponsored by Femininio Law. Get David, get paid.
You need more than just a great lawyer. You need a great team. And only Femininio Law has the accident response team. We're out there working on day one to get your life back and to get you paid. Call 855-65-CRASH or visit GetDavidGetPaid.com.
Scrolling with Haley. I'm Haley Carania. I scroll with the homies here in the live chat because there's a lot to scroll through on X, on Instagram, on TikTok.
Cutting through the clutter, one hot take at a time.
Love seeing you all in the chat before the show. I tried to jump in just a few minutes before to say hello. I love the chat interaction. Thank you for helping. But I do it to get all of the videos and all of the content that you won't find anywhere else.
Scrolling with Haley.
Just search that up and I will be there.
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
For the latest on news, sports, and entertainment, take Mitch Albom on your drive home, 4 to 6 p.m. Stream 760 WJR live on the WJR app or at WJR.com.
I'm Kevin Dietz. Coming up on All Talk, Doge is officially gone, but the debate over government spending is far from over. Was saving $250 billion enough? Where does cost cutting go from here? And can Washington ever get serious about tackling a $39 trillion national debt? Plus, results from America's big night at the World Cup. All Talk is 9 to noon. You can stream us anytime at WJR.com.
Friend, you all right? I love you. I'm glad you're back.
I'm glad to be back, boy. I'm telling you, don't miss a beat around here.
No. Meanwhile, more than 3,600 people, or excuse me, 36,000 people still without power statewide. That's a combination of DTE Energy and Consumers Energy. Yesterday it was 83,000. So we are making progress in the right direction. But the frustrations for people, I think, are valid, right? Like if we have a storm Friday and it's Tuesday, I'm still without power. I'm pretty upset.
Yeah.
If I got a fridge full of groceries.
Oh, I am. And this is the holiday weekend.
Correct.
People bought a lot of groceries.
I'm upset. I understand the frustrations of people.
So do I.
And so do some lawmakers, because there are talks going on that there needs to be more conversations with DTE officials in particular in this case, because that they feel that there is a failure to respond in a timely manner, that there requires more state intervention is the word being thrown around by Representative Albus Farhat out of Dearborn, and we're working to get in contact with him. But he's already put out a hearing request for DTE. He says they haven't responded, at least according to a story in the Detroit News. So this is not new. This isn't new.
No.
When there are mass power outages, mass storms, seems like we're losing power. Now, we haven't actually had this, it feels like, in a while.
It's been a while. And, DTE has said they've worked to try to get the power back quicker by doing some different rerouting of lines and how they do it to get the power back on quicker. But here we are Tuesday, and still a lot of people still have no power, and they're supposed to have the power all back, by sometime tonight. So.
And then you get the comparisons. Well, why is it that a hurricane can roll through Florida and most of their people are without power? Right? It's different.
Yeah.
They have started. It's like, why, in my opinion, why wouldn't mass transit work here? Well, because we have no infrastructure for it. We have to start from the ground,
definitely
from ground zero.
We are Motown. We are a car place.
Right.
We're a car capital.
Correct. That's what we do. We drive.
We drive.
We like to drive. We like the Hemis, and that's what we like.
Yes.
We don't have what New York has or Chicago has. It's not what we do. So it's different. The grids are constructed differently from the beginning.
Yes.
Because that's how the weather is down there. We have different weather conditions here.
And I also think that, and I heard this while I was off during the storm, that DTE had not anticipated that the storm was going to be as bad as it was. And they didn't really have all the people here ready to go like they usually have, but they got them here now. And so now things are moving and everything. But had they anticipated that this storm was going to be as bad as it was, then maybe they would have had more people standing by, people from other states,
Sure.
the different electric companies coming in to be ready, but they were not kind of caught behind the 8 ball.
So according to the story in the Detroit News, one of the reasons for the delay in restoring power is that most of the damage was caused by 50 to 70 foot tall trees outside DTE easements that fell during the storm. And those trees wouldn't be touched by the utilities tree trimming service unless they were deceased. So those trees had to be dead before they were able to deal with them.
Okay.
But that's just because it's on the easement. We see it all the time. These companies that'll go out and trim trees, prune trees
they
around
trim mine.
around those power lines.
Sure, yeah.
And then one of the other things that people talk about is burying the lines. Like, for example, my house was built, 14, 15 years ago.
Okay.
Our lines are buried.
Are underground.
Oh, they're underground because it was a newer home.
Subdivision. Yeah. Mhm.
Well, that is not the case for everybody.
No, because I think we've talked to DTE before, and they talked about how expensive that
it would be incredibly expensive, which means who's footing that bill?
Exactly.
It would be us to some extent. They would be raising rates, things like that.
Sure.
And then the time, the
That it would
disruption
take.
to the infrastructure, to the roadway, to your driveway. I mean, it would be
Oh, man.
it would be an unbelievable undertaking that again, if you don't have that already, to go back to these homes that are 50 years old and try to bury the lines. It would be tough.
It would be, yeah.
It would be tough. And so it that's the rock and the hard place I think people feel.
Mhm.
It's like, well, what are we doing about this then? If we're not going to be proactive in trying to get people in a more in a better position so they don't lose power in the first place, but restoration efforts are taking a long time. Where's the middle ground?
Yeah.
That's the frustration.
Yeah, it is. It is. And as you said, I mean, this $42 a day, after extended outages, and DTE says they probably pay the most, more than any other utility company, as far as those extended outages and you losing food and getting that credit. So, but I have friends. I have friends who have posted on Facebook, said, I just bought a bunch of food for the holiday. I'm going to have a cookout. I got and now it's all gone.
Look, and the reality is when you're going through it, it's awful.
It's horrible.
And your days and by the
it's
way,
hot outside.
it was hot. It was, yeah, right. Thankfully, we're not last week.
No.
Thankfully.
No,
It's getting hot in here.
Yes.
Thankfully, it's not
It's
100 degrees.
Yes.
But 80 still stinks when you don't have air conditioning.
It does. It does. And 80.
We're about to go back into the 90s here coming up in a few days.
That's right. I mean, but even 75, 80 degrees for a few days and you don't have air, your house is going to be hot.
Well, like our air conditioner, we needed service on it because it stopped working. So we went and stayed with my mom. Not everybody has that ability.
Exactly.
Right? Not everybody. It was. I couldn't hear those kids talk about how hot it was. I was like, yeah, it's hot. I'm sweating. We got to go.
Speaking of that, though, I also know some people who got hotels because their power was out. But it being the holiday and the fact that they know that the power is out, they got them. I mean,
yeah, and that's terrible.
They were spending $500
a night.
A night. $500, $450
for what? The Ritz?
No, it was $200 for hotels where you come in off the street. The doors.
Oh, a motel.
Yeah, it was $200 for those hotels with the lobby and all the $450, $425.
Wow. Interesting. Wayne State's new public health school gets a new need. Phil's need that they had. We'll talk about that coming up on the other side. It's JR Morning.
It's Ryan Armani. Are you in pain right now? I'm talking about the severe and chronic kind that stops you from enjoying your life. I've been there too, and that's why I want to tell you about the amazing pain elimination treatment I use only at the Nerve and Disc Laser Institute. It's FDA cleared and 100% safe. The highest dose, highest intensity lasers in Michigan. The best part, there's no injections, pain meds, downtime, side effects, or surgery. Great for people suffering from arthritis, sciatica, neuropathy, or other ailments. Laser treatments get rid of the pain, they reduce inflammation, and regenerate tissues by targeting the root cause of the pain. It's located in Farmington and Clinton Township. You can call 248-326-2030. That's 888-326-2030. Mention my name this month, and you're going to get 50% off your treatment plan. The Nerve and Disc Laser Institute. Call now.
Hi, it's Paul W. Smith. Summer's in full swing. You can still enjoy it fully thanks to Dr. Saul Kogan at the Nerve and Disc Institute. His non-invasive, non-surgical intradisc neutrosis treatment for spinal stenosis, bulging and herniated discs, sciatica pain, and degenerative disc disease has helped thousands feel better without drugs, shots, or surgery. One patient said, I quote, "I've suffered with severe back pain for 30 years, surgeries, implanted stimulation devices, opioids, laminectomies, injections, nothing worked. At the Nerve and Disc Institute, my pain went away in 3 weeks. If I had to start over today, I'd try this first, and so should you." End of quote. Dr. Kogan's non-surgical Knee Restore RX treatment helps get rid of severe knee pain from osteoarthritis and meniscus tears. Mention WJR in July and get a consultation, exam, X-ray or MRI review, and laser treatment for only $49 on your first visit. The Nerve and Disc Institute, Farmington, Clinton Township, Grand Blanc, and Bad Axe. 586-416-DISC. 586-416-DISC.
Sunday at the Rocky Classic. The sun's starting to fall. Shoulder to shoulder along the ropes. A 5-round playoff underway. Ardrick Potgieter stands over it. 18 feet to end it. He rolls it. And this place erupts. And that was just last year. Unreal finishes, undeniably Detroit. The Rocket Classic presented by Alumnify, July 30th through August 2nd. Grab tickets now at rocketclassic.com.
If you're an older adult, do you have a blueprint for your future? Where do you want to live? What kind of help might you need? How much would it cost? Explore your options for long-term services and supports with My Options. Make a plan before a crisis so you can stay in control. See how to schedule an appointment with an options counselor at michigan.gov/MDHHS-MI options. Sponsored by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services and the Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
This report is sponsored by rockauto.com.
Oof, shocking time to lose a whole strut.
Ugh, comedy is not your thing, but I do know that Rock Auto has what I need to fix it.
With parts shipped right to your door. No kidding.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
We have a crash blocking the northbound 75 off-ramp to 9 Mile. The southbound 275 off-ramp to northbound 75 closed for construction till 9:30 this evening. 2 right lanes are closed on northbound 275 between Sibley and Eureka till 4 o'clock tomorrow. And the right lane is closed on eastbound 8 Mile between Van Dyke and Hoover till 3 o'clock Thursday. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Weingarts. Join Weingarts during their Time to Mow summer event going on now. Let their experts help you find innovative products for your lawn from top brands like Cub Cadet. Cub Cadet Tractor's premium performance will help you unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Visit Weingarts.com to see their complete equipment lineup and shop parts online. A mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 87. Right now it's 65. Clear skies tonight with a low of 68. Mostly sunny tomorrow and a high of 89. I'm Renee Vitale, WJR Traffic and Weather First.
Hey gang, Jim Harper here with a little trivia for you. Did you know that 30 years ago, the average age for hearing loss was 73? You know what it is today? It's 50. Yep, that means us boomers. But the good news is Cruise Hearing Aid Service can really make your life better. It starts with a free hearing screening test. It might just be waxy buildup, which they can remove painlessly for only $50. If you do have some hearing loss, Felix Cruz and his kind staff can help you dial in a new hearing aid that's almost unnoticeable. Their technology is state-of-the-art and their care is old school, warm, and friendly. Cruz Hearing has 3 locations, Farmington Hills, Taylor, and Waterford, and cruisehearing.com. After all those years of rock and roll, we shouldn't be surprised about hearing loss. Call Cruise Hearing Aid Service and start getting your wonderful life back. 877-456-CRUISE. That's 877-456-CRUZ. Cruise Hearing Aid Service.
Hey, it's Ryan Armani. I want to get real with you for a minute about a 4-letter word we can all relate to: pain. If you're in severe or chronic pain right now due to arthritis, sciatica, neuropathy, or honestly, just about any other ailment, you need to check out an amazing pain elimination laser treatment at the Nerve and Disc Laser Institute, located in Farmington and Clinton Township. It's FDA cleared, totally safe, and their lasers are the highest dose, highest intensity lasers in Michigan. These laser treatments get rid of the pain. They reduce inflammation and regenerate tissue by targeting the root cause of the pain. And the best part, your pain goes away without drugs, injections, side effects, downtime, or everyone's biggest fear, surgery. So grab your phone and call 248-326-2030. That's 248-326-2030. Mention my name this month. You're going to get half off your treatment plan, 50% off your treatment plan. That's huge. The Nerve and Disc Laser Institute, 248-326-2030. Call now.
Mitch Albom presents the first public reading of the Declaration of Independence. Don't miss this nationwide commemoration Wednesday 4 till 6 p.m. on WJR, with Mitch and voices across the nation standing to salute our founding document. See it live at the Henry Ford in Greenfield Village. And don't miss it wherever you are. Share the spirit of America, Michigan's signature Declaration of Independence reading with Mitch Albom, Wednesday on 760 WJR.
On your ride home, check out the Mitch Albom Show at 4 p.m. Now to get your day started, here's JR Morning with Chris Renwick, Lloyd Jackson, and Jamie Edmonds.
So we've seen universities around the country worry about the type of federal funding that they're getting for a variety of reasons. And a lot of those have popped up over the last year and a half or so. But Wayne State is moving forward with these plans for a standalone school of public health, which they say is a way to strengthen public health education and research. Well, part of that is, well, if you're getting less money, where is that money coming from? Doing the public good, doing the university good by creating this public health school. But again, if you're getting less federal funding than you normally have, how do you make up that difference? Let's talk about it. Dr. Bernard Costello is with Wayne State University. He's the Senior Vice President of Health Affairs and joins us this morning. Doc, good morning. It's good to have you.
Good morning. Very good to be with you. Thanks for inviting me.
We'll talk about the funding part of this in a minute. Talk about why we need a School of Public Health at Wayne State.
Well, Detroit has major public health needs. We're the worst or second worst in a number of different areas for public health outcomes like diabetes, cardiac outcome after heart attacks. And we have extraordinary community, civic, academic, and health system assets. That combination makes it an ideal place for modern, practice-oriented schools of public health.
And, you know, when you talk about improving health, doctor, is it really about medicine anymore? Or has it kind of become just as much about, you know, the housing and transportation and clean air and education and economic opportunity?
Oh, you're identifying some of the key aspects of this. We need to work upstream further with prevention to do more with the limited dollars that we have. We spend so much money on the back end taking care of folks that have critical health problems in the intensive care unit, for example, way more expensive than taking care of the clean air. Preventive medicine methods that we would have to improve health on the front end, making it easier to treat those problems at population scale, not at the individual scale, much less expensive.
Talk about how you find those partnerships within the city. Obviously, Wayne State is ingrained in this community, but when you look at the partnerships, whether that's private, public, things like that, in order to fund this new school, how does that work?
Yeah, it's interesting. One of the main things that's important to recognize here is we're not starting from scratch. This is organizing an existing public health ecosystem within Wayne State University, things we're already doing, but improving the scale, the visibility, the community orientation that Detroit, Southeast Michigan, and indeed the nation need. So we have many of the pieces that are necessary. And it's also leveraging our partnerships with Henry Ford Health System, with McLaren, with the county, with the city, with others that are doing the same types of things. It's a force multiplier for good.
Doctor, you know, public health has increasingly become politicized. How do you keep, you know, science and medicine and public trust from becoming, you know, these political footballs?
Yeah, it's a good question. And I appreciate the fact that we have to think about our resources very carefully. But this is about economic development, which is something everybody can get behind. We were at the Mackinac Policy Conference, like many folks, And when you talk to folks like Bob Riney or anybody who is interested in economic development, they want to focus on the health of this community. It brings people into work here when they know that we have good health care to provide. It's an improvement in our general life and lifestyle for our community to be healthy. It's mom and apple pie. There's nothing that you can't get behind here when you talk about the health of our people and our community.
So where are you at in this process?
So great question. So the Board of Governors, our governing body, voted to charge the president, myself, other key leaders in the university to formally start the school, which is not like you think when you think of elementary school with your backpack running through the doors. It's not a single day when we start this. It's bringing those pieces together. It's organizing things for key milestones with the groups that look at the quality of our programs from the Department of Education. It's bringing the faculty that's existing together in one big unit. And it's also adding some faculty that will need to fill some gaps and enhance our platform. So it's beginning the work to really start that amalgamation of those key assets.
And you said that this school will be more actionable than traditional public health schools. What does that look like in the real world? How will a Detroit family actually feel the difference?
Yeah, I had the opportunity to attend some wonderful schools throughout my training, some really top 5, top 10 institutions in research. Those institutions are built to do high-level, numbers-oriented, quantitative research and think about it in terms of theory and policy of what is possible. A place like Wayne State is actionable, meaning that it's designed to be community engaged. The students are embedded in the community with our partnerships that we've had, frankly, since 1868 when this place started as a medical school. It was built for the people of Detroit, and to do it in partnership with them that entire time. Most of those top 10, top 20 universities don't have relationships like we have with the community built on decades of trust. That makes this a real lever for good and a real opportunity for our students and faculty to make a difference. Not just talk about it, not just write about it in papers and talk about it at meetings.
Dr. Bernard Costello, thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it. This would be a wonderful crown jewel for Wayne State, and we look forward to seeing it develop. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
You got it. Do you know who Brian Johnson is? Does that name ring a bell?
Brian Johnson?
Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson is a former tech guy, sold his, I want to say PayPal, something like that. He was early in on a major app and sold it and made a bunch of money, right?
Okay.
Well, there was a documentary on him on Netflix from a few years ago. It's called Don't Die, The Man Who Wants to Live Forever. He has gone through extremes to live forever.
Okay. I didn't know his name, but I've heard about
so you know this guy.
I know this guy. Okay.
Okay, he's this longevity guru. He's talking about how many vitamins and minerals he takes a day, and he's very diligent in the cryo chamber and the masking and the blah, 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 blah. What it's actually bizarre behavior.
Okay.
But whatever. He thinks that he will live forever.
Okay.
Sorry, this is not funny.
Don't tell me he's dead.
He has an autoimmune condition, he says, which is causing his stomach to eat itself. I only laugh. I only laugh because if you have seen this guy, if you have seen the documentary, you probably have had the same reaction I have, which is like, bro, eat a sandwich. Enjoy your life a little bit.
Yeah.
Like, why do you want to live forever? What's the point of all of this? Don't you want to have some sort of joy? He's like, I don't have any joy. None of this is fun. I'm the petri dish. I'm the science experiment to see how long we can do this for.
And to me,
have you had a Reese's? It's awesome.
Not having any joy contributes to me to you getting sick or being sickly when you're not having joy.
Right. But he says that they're going to try to figure it out. He wrote on Instagram, somewhere between 2 to 5 people on the planet have this disease that he has. I'm going to try to solve it. He says, whatever, all those things. It's like, well, some of this stuff, yeah, you can certainly extend your life by eating healthier.
Yeah.
You don't have to be an MD to know that.
No.
But also there are genetics at play here.
Well,
and if you are
that's the
predispositioned to something that you could get that has nothing to do with your eating
you have
habits.
heart disease.
Correct.
From in the family.
But his point is I can stave off heart disease by doing X, Y, and Z to make sure that I don't contribute to that.
Okay. Even though it might be in your DNA or in your genes.
Yeah, it's called autoimmune gastritis. It's a chronic autoimmune disease which the immune system attacks the stomach's acid-producing cells, reducing stomach acid and impairing vitamin B12 absorption, things like that. So he's got something that it probably won't allow him to live forever or until he's 160 years old.
Wow.
Coming up on the other side, tensions in the UAW. We'll talk about it. It's JR Morning.
While no one knows what tomorrow may bring, Bridgestone is working toward a more positive outlook, with innovations like developing a tire using 75% recycled and renewable materials. It's just one of the many ways Bridgestone is making a difference today for generations to come, because that's what really matters. Bridgestone, solutions for your journey. Visit whatreallymatters.com to learn more.
You've probably heard all those ads for life insurance. Just a few dollars a day, apply online in minutes, no medical exam. Simple, easy, and cheap, right? Now you're thinking, maybe I should get a quote. Well, smart thinking. Everyone should have life insurance. But here's what they don't tell you. Those few dollars a day rates, they're for young people in perfect health. That's why everyone calls Big Lou the 50 to 60-year-old not-so-perfect candidate. Like you. You take prescription meds and you're overweight. Winner, winner, fried chicken dinner. Well, Big Lou works with life insurance companies that want people like you, with no surprises after you apply. In fact, if you're a 50-year-old guy with a few health glitches, Lou could probably find you $1 million of term life coverage for about $200 a month. So yeah, you need life insurance. But unless you're young and healthy, you gotta call Big Lou, because he's like you, older, heavier, and on meds too. Get a quote right now at 800-560-0301, 800-560-0301, or biglou.com.
Paid for by Term Provider. Veterans and active duty service members. When your call to service ends, your mission doesn't have to. Go from GI to IT in just a few months at My Computer Career. Prepare for a high-demand career in cybersecurity, protecting people, systems, and institutions from real cyber threats. Cyber warriors are needed now. Will you answer the call? Go to mycomputercareer.edu/CWP to learn more. That's mycomputercareer.edu/CWP, an elite CompTIA certification partner. VA education benefits are available to those who qualify.
From the FIFA World Cup to competitive business environments, grand ambitions lead to game-changing achievements. At Bank of America, we're there to support businesses at every step, providing insights and expertise to help you gain an edge.
He shoots, he scores!
What would you like the power to do? Explore winning business solutions at BofA.com/gamechangers. Bank of America, official bank of the FIFA World Cup 2026.
Hi, it's Paul W. Smith. Summer's in full swing. You can still enjoy it fully thanks to Dr. Saul Kogan at the Nerve and Disc Institute. His non-invasive, non-surgical intradisc neutrosis treatment for spinal stenosis, bulging and herniated discs, sciatica pain, and degenerative disc disease has helped thousands feel better without drugs, shots, or surgery. One patient said, I quote, "I've suffered with severe back pain for 30 years, surgeries, implanted stimulation devices, opioids, laminectomies, injections, nothing worked. At the Nerve and Disc Institute, my pain went away in 3 weeks. If I had to start over today, I'd try this first, and so should you." End of quote. Dr. Kogan's non-surgical Knee Restore RX treatment helps get rid of severe knee pain from osteoarthritis and meniscus tears. Mention WJR in July and get a consultation, exam, X-ray or MRI review, and laser treatment for only $49 on your first visit. The Nerve and Disc Institute, Farmington, Clinton Township, Grand Blanc, and Bad Axe. 586-416-DISC. 586-416-DISC.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
This report is sponsored by RockAuto.com.
Oh, that grinding and squealing. What are you going to do about that?
Time for new brakes. The chain store never has what I need.
No worries. Go to rockauto.com for name brands at lower prices.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
The northbound 75 off-ramp to 9 Mile currently closed due to an accident. We also have a crash on the entrance ramp of southbound 75 to 14 Mile. Eastbound 94 at 275, a disabled vehicle taking up the right lane, and a crash is in the left lane of westbound 96 at Wixom Road. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel. Here's your forecast.
All right, pretty decent here Tuesday morning. Good drive in, and the dry weather continuing into the afternoon. Blue sky with a few clouds, a comfortable 85. Tonight, mainly clear, about 65. Suburbs will be a bit cooler. It's actually pretty pleasant for Wednesday morning. But watch out for some fog setting up. After that, we'll have sunshine and close to 90-degree heat in the afternoon. and some afternoon thunderstorms on Thursday with an approaching front high near 90. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagicon, 760 WJR, where Michigan comes to talk.
Call us or text us. The number's the same. 1-800-859-0957. 1-800-859-0WJR. Powered by Michigan Auto Law, Auto Accident Attorneys. Visit autolaw.com. That's autolaw.com.
Well, there have been some reported tensions between UAW President Shawn Fain and the federal watchdog overseeing the union. And this has been going on for quite some time. And this comes as these overseas wars are getting, apparently, to Shawn Fain. Because they were arguing over something that has nothing to even do with the union.
Right.
But I think what it does show is that there is bad blood. There is obviously the UAW doesn't want to be in the position they are with federal oversight into what they're doing, but it's because of their past actions that have required this.
Absolutely. Yes. They've had issues in the past, and that's why we're at this point.
Let's talk about it. Merrick Masters, the professor emeritus of management at the Mike Ilitch School of Business at Wayne State, joins us this morning. Merrick, it's good to have you back. What do you make of this? Because Neil Borofsky, the appointed monitor in this case, had put out a report last month about some of the behind the scenes, I guess, butting of heads, if you will, between the leadership and the oversight.
The statement issued by Shawn Fain shortly after the monitor's report was released demonstrates that he has issued a declaration of war, stating in effect that he will respond aggressively to any disciplinary or other remedial actions to which he might object the monitor proposals in connection with following up on this investigation involving the dispute with the International Vice President Boyer.
I know Shawn Fain says that these investigations are politically motivated. Is there any evidence supporting that claim? Or is this just a defense strategy we often see from leaders who are under the microscope?
There is an incident called the investigation that was launched on International Vice President Boyer's charges against Fain for retaliation. Whether it's coincidental or it actually is a motivation for Fain's response to the monitor is immaterial, I think, in the sense that what the UAW has stated through Fain and his legal counsels is that they will not tolerate continued interference in the UAW's affairs, and they view that the monitor has, in his behavior in the past, interfered with the UAW's internal affairs, and that the investigations are a continuation of that interference, and the monitor therefore has exceeded his boundaries.
What do you think the rank and file's perception of this is? And we've got there are major contract negotiations on the horizon, elections approaching as well. How do they view this? Do they like calmer waters, or do they like kind of the pit bull approach of Shawn Fain?
Well, I think there will be a division of opinion. Some will view the monitor's actions as disturbing and reflecting a bias against the Palestinians in Gaza. I think others will view the monitor's actions as a bit heavy-handed, while others may view Shawn as being defensive and having engaged in a variety of activities, which he's just using this as an excuse for. I think the more important question is what the monitor is going to do in response to this in terms of determining whether there's any remedial actions he'll take that may jeopardize Fain's chances of getting elected or reelected as president. If none of those actions are forthcoming, I don't think you'll see much more of a life to this story. But if the monitor does take such action, Fain is going to respond very aggressively with his legal team and challenge that.
And while all this is happening, Professor, at the leadership level, you got the auto workers who are focused on, their wages and the contracts and job security. How much of a distraction is that for the union?
Well, I think anything like this is a distraction. And if the monitor were to do something that would jeopardize Sean Fain's eligibility, run for election, or make charges against him that could jeopardize the statute before the membership, I think this issue will become front and center in the campaign. But barring that happens, I think it's an issue that sort of lies in the background. Most people probably hope that it would go away, and it's due to tensions, normal tensions that exist between a monitor and a union over governance issues that are unavoidable in any situation like this.
I'm also wondering, does this internal conflict like this, does that diminish the union's bargaining power with the big three?
I think anything that detracts from its focus, anything that detracts from the leader's credibility with the rank and file, anything that aggravates the monitor to perhaps continue the monitorship and upgrade investigations into Sean Fain will be difficult to deal with going ahead.
Does he still have some of the cachet that he does now that he did when they were renegotiating?
Well, I think he has some of the cachet. He's trying to rejuvenate what cachet he had immediately after the 2023 record contracts. But the situation that he's in is difficult, not only because of this particular episode or tension with the monitor. The situation that he's in is difficult because of the plight of the auto industry. You've seen recent layoffs, recent declines in sales, and other things that indicate that companies face a very choppy future. And I think that the destabilization within the industry as a whole is the biggest threat to the UAW going forward.
Does this dispute end after the election, or are we going to be working at months or even years of continued legal and political battle?
I think this dispute continues as long as the monitor continues the investigation of Sean Fain.
Merrick Masters, appreciate your time as always. Thank you. We'll talk soon. Yeah, you got it. Donald Trump, meanwhile, heading to Turkey for this NATO summit. He is expected to meet with Volodymyr Zelensky, the president of Ukraine. There have been a number of Russian missile attacks on Kyiv. There have been casualties in that conflict as well. Plus, Donald Trump wants NATO to get to this 5% of their GDP spending for defense much faster than 2035.
Yes.
That was already set out. They had
was.
already agreed to do it, all of those things. But his main contention is that Europe's got to take a bigger responsibility in their defense here. Meanwhile, Ukraine's going to come to the table and go, help, I need more.
I need more.
More.
Yes.
And again, rocky waters with NATO, but Mark Rutte has signaled that he feels like things are okay. They're stabilizing, but at the same time,
we'll see.
It's going to be I would think a fine meeting, but with Donald Trump, he is going to shake the tree.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
Well, we're going to talk to Jonathan Savage next hour and see what he thinks about that, because he's covering NATO.
Exactly. Meanwhile, we'll get you caught up on the headlines coming up on the other side. U.S. out of the World Cup in rough fashion. We'll talk about that as well. Coming up, it's JR Morning.
America's been overrun by the third world, and liberal John James wants to let in thousands more. Illegal immigrants have stolen billions and committed unspeakable crimes. John James wants to give them guest worker visas to steal American jobs. James even said he doesn't unequivocally support construction of a border wall with Mexico. John James is no conservative. He's a lying liberal loser. Perry Johnson is the red, white, and blue. Americans and Michiganders first. He's not a politician. He's a renowned self-made business leader. He'll audit every cent of state government. With the savings, Perry will eliminate the state income tax, returning an average of $4,747 to every Michigan family every year. Vote Perry Johnson.
I'm Perry Johnson, and I approve this message. Paid for by Perry Johnson for Governor.
JR Morning, weekdays 6 to 9 with Chris, Lloyd, and Jamie on 760 WJR.
My name is Jerry Neester, owner and president of Ready Parts.
I started the company in 2005 as an automotive supplier. Trion has been an excellent partner through the past 15 years. Through their support, I was able to provide all the resources that are needed to make my employees comfortable, to be able to receive all the packages, all the benefits, all the requirements that I would have to compete against a large Fortune 500 company.
And that's why we rely on Trion.
Sports Wrap. Weeknight 6 to 7 with Anthony and Lomas on 760 WJR.
Brought to you by the Capital One Saver Card. Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and at grocery stores. Going out, staying in, either way, you're earning cash back with Saver. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
This is the great voice of the Great Lakes. 760 WJR. Detroit, a Cumulus media station.
I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. Team USA is eliminated from the World Cup soccer tournament in the round of 16, losing 4-1 in a match where not much went right.
The U.S. tied the score at 1 when Malik Tillman scored on a free kick in the 31st minute. But 61 seconds later, Belgium reclaimed the lead when Charlotte de Ketelaar scored his second goal in just the 33rd minute. After halftime, Belgium made it 3-1 at the 57th minute. Before one more score during stoppage time.
Fox's Jared Max. The loss in Seattle means every host team, including Canada and Mexico, are now out. President Trump is in Turkey, just arriving for a 2-day NATO summit, again accusing allies of not pulling their weight.
From defense spending to Greenland to not joining the war on Iran, the last year has seen plenty of sources of dispute between President Trump and the NATO alliance.
I just want loyalty. We're so loyal to them.
Speaking last month in the Oval Office, NATO allies are promising to take on more of the burden of defending Europe. Secretary General Mark Rutte promises that is happening.
We are stronger together in NATO with partners to ensure the freedom and security we all hold dear.
In Ankara, Turkey, Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
Maine Democrat Senate candidate Graham Plattner says he is postponing campaign events indefinitely and considering his political future, accused of raping a woman in 2021.
41-year-old Maine resident Jenny Rassicott told Politico that 5 years ago, a drunken Plattner entered her home uninvited, then forced her to have sex against her will, a claim that Plattner denies. And the political fallout is ongoing. Allies like Representative Ro Khanna and Senator Ruben Gallego have withdrawn their support. And Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer joined a growing chorus of Democrats calling for Plattner to drop out of the race.
Fox's Max Gordon. Plattner has until next Monday to withdraw and be replaced on the ballot by a candidate chosen by the Maine State Democratic Party. America's listening to Fox News.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
This report is sponsored by Allstate. Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Those people are probably saving a carload of cash right now. So what are you waiting for? Check Allstate first for a quote today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
The northbound 75 off-ramp to 9 Mile is blocked due to a crash. Southbound 75 on-ramp from 14 Mile, an accident there as well. Crash shaking up the left lane of westbound 96 at Wixom Road. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Skyworks Equipment Rental. Big summer projects start with the right equipment. Whether you're a homeowner tackling a weekend job or a contractor managing a major project, Skyworks Equipment Rental has the lifts, loaders, excavators, and tools you need. Rent today or reserve ahead of time at skyworks-reliablerentals.com. A mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 87. Right now it's 65. Clear skies tonight and a low of 68, then mostly sunny tomorrow and a high of 89. I'm Renee Vitale, WJR Traffic and Weather First.
Your morning is busy, so we'll keep it brief. Upgrade your routine with WJR's 5 Things First Thing. JR Morning with Chris, Lloyd, and Jamie break down the top 5 stories in just 5 minutes. Delivered straight to your device. Start your day by hitting play. Subscribe today on the always free WJR app.
I'm going to get you up to $3,000 completely free, no attorney fee.
Wait, what?
How? If you were in an auto accident that wasn't your fault, Michigan law says you're entitled to up to $3,000 from the at-fault driver's insurance company. But you have to act before time runs out. That money is yours. Let us get it for you.
Just visit 3kforfree.com. One simple form, up to $3,000, 0 fees. Only at Michigan Auto Law, Auto Accident Attorneys. People over everything.
Every day, unsung heroes are transforming our neighborhoods. And 760 WJR's Michigan Voices with me, Marie Osborne, is here to tell their stories. But we need your help to find them. Do you know a local nonprofit or other community organization making an impact? Help us shine a spotlight on their work. Email the details to michiganvoices@wjr.com. Let's join forces to amplify the people building a better Michigan. Michigan Voices, Sunday mornings at 5:30, only on 760 WJR.
America's maritime remains core to our security and self-reliance. A secure America means American-owned, American-crewed, American-built under the American flag. Support the Jones Act. Put America first.
Congress, tell President Trump, put Americans first. And the Jones Act waiver, paid for by the American Maritime Partnership.
It's not just morning, it's a JR morning with Chris Renwick, Lloyd Jackson, and Jamie Edmonds on 760 WJR and on the WJR app, where Michigan comes to talk.
7:05 here on a Tuesday. It's good to have you here on JR Morning. USA Soccer had a heck of a run. Getting out of the group stage, the round of 32, get to the round of 16, and that was about it. They couldn't muster up much of anything last night.
Would you have been surprised if they had made it through this round?
No, I thought they were going to beat Belgium.
Okay. So you wouldn't have been surprised?
No.
Okay.
No. In fact, I thought even without Flo Balogun, they were going to win that game.
Okay.
But boy, that's on me. My bad. If I contributed to you getting your hopes up, you can blame me.
Well, listen, it was just been big, man, here. I mean, and just seeing, but as you talked about, before, besides the games itself, the people who have come here, who have experienced America and who have experienced the food and the people, to me, that is just as exciting as the games, to me.
Yeah, I think, I was reading a story about this German guy who came to the United States. He was going to Boston. And he was like, I was nervous to come here. Like, I hear it's just guns and shooting and just madness here. And he ended up going to the game in Boston, wasn't able to get a ride back to his hotel.
Okay.
So just some guy, some Boston resident and his family were driving. They saw him, like, what are you doing? He's like, I can't get back to my hotel. They're like, well, get in, we'll take you. So they take him to his hotel, made this friend. He's like, he started crying. He's like,
wow,
I love it here. He goes, this is not at all what I thought this was. He goes, people here are so kind. The food is off the charts. Everybody is great. This has been, he extended his trip because he was like, I have fallen in love with America now. I had no idea it was like this. And that's where I think, it's been about the perception of what America is. And yes, we can have our political squabbles. Ask the British about that.
Sure.
We can have our disagreements amongst our population. That's our thing.
Yeah.
But this is a wonderful place. And I think some people at least, have been blinded by the fact that, we get terrible news coverage.
Oh, we do.
And so you just think one way, and then you come here, you're like, wait, this is not at all what I expected.
Well, it's the same thing with the city. I mean, and we have our issues here in the city, but for the most part, people come here and enjoy themselves. I had relatives who came over the holiday weekend who haven't been here in years. And they go downtown and they say,
where are we?
Is this?
Yeah.
This is not the Detroit I remember.
Right.
I mean, you got areas downtown that were alleys. They're now all decorated with restaurants on either side.
Oh, restaurants, there's lights stringing between the buildings.
Exactly. The people mover is moving. The voice on it sounds great. They're like, who is that voice on the people mover? I was like, hey, I don't know. Who guy sounds good, though. Who is it?
But yeah,
No.
So I think that all of these things play into, the experience and part of what the World Cup has been outside of just the soccer field.
It does. It does, and
So
it's good.
It stinks that the U.S. came out flat, that they didn't come out ready. They didn't look like they were prepared at all for that match.
So really wasn't prepared to play the whole game, maybe part of the game.
It didn't look like they were prepared at all.
Oh, okay. All right. Michigan health officials are warning residents as a cyclosporiasis outbreak continues to grow across the state. Reported cases have jumped from 170 to 572 in just a few days, with the highest numbers in Monroe, Lenawee, Washtenaw, Wayne, Shiawassee, Jackson, Oakland, and Livingston counties. While investigators have not identified a specific grower or produce source, past outbreaks have been linked to bagged salad mixes, fresh cilantro, basil, raspberries, snow peas, and green onions. Health officials recommend thoroughly washing fresh produce or cooking it when possible to reduce the risk of infection. Symptoms include severe watery diarrhea, stomach cramps, nausea, low-grade fever, and can appear up to 2 weeks after you get exposed. Now, anyone experiencing persistent symptoms should contact a healthcare provider, as the illness can be treated with antibiotics. I had a niece who thinks that she had it. She just woke up one morning and she was all messed up, man. Now she's normal now. I don't think she went to the doctor and got any antibiotics, but it just kind of went away on its own. But it was pretty bad for her for at least a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, great news for Michigan State University. President Kevin Guskowitz is staying. He's deciding against going to Clemson. University officials announced that even after he was this candidate for Clemson's open position, he's decided to stay. It provides a tremendous amount of stability, welcome stability in East Lansing for Kevin Guskowitz and quite frankly, all the living alumni, all the students there. And he will continue to serve as Michigan State's president. It's great news.
What happens to Jay Batts, though?
Well, Jay Batt, according to the Kentucky president, is still going to Kentucky.
Okay.
Now, the buyout is different because they were tied together. So if Guskowitz goes, then Jay Batt's buyout
is less,
cuts by 50%.
Okay.
So it's much more palatable for another school to pay that off.
Sure.
Well, now that Kevin Guskowitz is staying, Jay Batt is, according to these reports, still leaving. So that buyout now jumps. I think it's $5 million. So Michigan State will be getting another $2.5 million if indeed Jay Batt does leave, which according to these reports, he is going to go.
And a war of words was growing over who paid for the Gordie Howe International Bridge, with U.S. Ambassador to Canada Pete Hoekstra sparking criticism after calling Canada's role a big myth. During a recent podcast interview, Hoekstra and Canada provided the upfront financing for the nearly $4.7 billion bridge project, but agreed the cost will ultimately be covered through tolls paid by drivers who use the crossing. Former Canadian officials pushed back, saying Canada funded the project and assumed the financial risk. They point to the 2012 agreement between Canada and Michigan, in which Canada agreed to finance construction while recovering costs through the toll revenue. The long-awaited Detroit-Windsor Bridge is complete, but its opening has been delayed as U.S. and Canadian officials work through some unresolved issues. Hoekstra says the bridge is open. The timeline remains uncertain.
Well, okay, but the Ambassador Bridge also has tolls.
Yeah.
So you're also basically taking money from people from the United States going to Canada.
So, yeah, well, it's more to it.
Okay.
Man,
I'm not sure I follow that logic.
And I'm not sure either. And my whole thing is the bridge is done.
Yeah,
and you just keep it. I mean, it's one thing if, the bridge hadn't started or was half done or, it hadn't been connected. It's done. It's ready to go.
Ready to rock. Donald Trump in Turkey for the NATO summit. We'll talk to Jonathan Savage on the other side. But first, at 7:13, time for WJR's Business Beat, brought to you by Shelving.com. We rock your world. Here's Jeff Sloan, the founder and CEO of Startup Nation, to spotlight the entrepreneurial, tech, and startup community on WJR.
Good morning. According to a new study from media agency Carrot, audio has evolved into a cultural force that shapes identity, builds community, and influences how consumers connect with the world around them. The report, The Power of Sound 2026, was produced in partnership with SiriusXM Media and Creative Company. Drawing on listener data, cultural analysis, and social listening, this study makes clear that audio, in particular in the form of music, podcasts, and live experiences, have transformed audio from a background medium into what it calls a cultural powerhouse that plays an increasingly important role in daily life. Audio no longer lives in the background, the report says. What once functioned primarily as a reach channel has evolved in one of the most culturally resonant spaces where identity is expressed, values are reinforced, and belonging is built. Researchers contend that audio strength lies in its ability to accompany consumers throughout the day, whether they're commuting, exercising, working, or relaxing. Unlike media tied to screens, audio moves seamlessly through the daily routines, creating what the report describes as intimate environments where listeners develop deeper emotional connections with content, personalities, and experiences. And the power of audio represents an opportunity for brands. Brands unlock meaningful growth when they become part of culture, and audio, an increasingly dynamic channel offering scale, intimacy, and efficient reach, provides a powerful path forward, the report says. It argues that in an increasingly fragmented media environment, marketers should view audio not simply as a reach vehicle, but as a place where culture is actively formed, not fleetingly captured. I'm Jeff Sloan, founder and CEO of StartupNation.com, the source for everything you need to start and grow your own business. And that's today's Business Beat on the great voice of the Great Lakes, WJR.
Don't leave safety to chance. Shelving.com has guardrails, safety mirrors, and Unirack pallet racking paired with netting and pallet stops to keep your facility protected, plus certified safety assessments to keep you OSHA compliant.
Shelving.com, we rack your world.
Spend summer under the stars with the latest blockbuster movies from the Summer Drive-In at USA Hockey Arena in Plymouth. 3 large screens with double features. 2 movies for the price of 1. Open 5 nights a week, Wednesday through Sunday. SummerDriveIn.com.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's Ryan Armani. Are you in pain right now? I'm talking about the severe and chronic kind that stops you from enjoying your life. I've been there too, and that's why I want to tell you about the amazing pain elimination treatment I use only at the Nerve and Disc Laser Institute. It's FDA cleared and 100% safe. The highest dose, highest intensity lasers in Michigan. The best part, there's no injections, pain meds, downtime, side effects, or surgery. Great for people suffering from arthritis, sciatica, neuropathy, or other ailments. Laser treatments get rid of the pain, they reduce inflammation, and regenerate tissues by targeting the root cause of the pain. It's located in Farmington and Clinton Township. You can call 248-326-2030. That's 248-326-2030. 2030. Mention my name this month, and you're going to get 50% off your treatment plan. The Nerve and Disc Laser Institute. Call now.
The world's game at BetMGM is here. Bet on the soccer showdowns with 2 up early payout so that if you're up 2, BetMGM will pay you. That's right. Place a pre-game straight match result bet on any tournament game. If at any point your team is up by 2 goals, you'll instantly win your bet. Then enjoy BetMGM same-game parlays, daily promotions, player props, and so much more for the world's game. Don't miss your shot at an early win with 2 up early payout to get paid out if at any point your team is up by 2 goals, regardless of the final outcome of the match. Make it a tournament to remember with BetMGM. BetMGM and GameSense remind you to play responsibly. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER for confidential help. See BetMGM.com for terms. Must be 21 years of age or older. Michigan only. New and existing customer offer. Subject to eligibility requirements. Additional terms and restrictions may apply.
WJR traffic and weather first.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
Westbound 696 after DeQuinder, an accident's off to the left shoulder. Southbound US 23 before 96, we have an accident. On the southbound 275 off-ramp to northbound 75, we have a closure for construction till 9:30 this evening. 2 right lanes closed on northbound 275 between Sibley and Eureka till 4 o'clock tomorrow. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. Here's your forecast.
Going to string together a couple of decent days here today and tomorrow. This morning, not in terrible shape. Actually, temperatures are in good shape this afternoon, about the same. A few clouds and sunshine, 85. Tonight, mainly clear, up a couple of ticks to the mid-60s in town. Suburbs will be a little bit cooler. And some patchy fog by morning, which will go away. We'll have a sunny day tomorrow up near 90. And I still think 90 by Thursday with a chance of afternoon showers and thunderstorms. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagegon, 760 WJR, where Michigan comes to talk.
Hi, it's Paul W. Smith. Join us in Focus. On Tuesday, noon to 2, Dr. Tim Nash will be here from Northwood University. He has a new book out. You'll hear about it first right here. And the World Cup wrap-up. That's Tuesday, noon to 2. Paul W. Smith in Focus on WJR.
Well, Donald Trump has deboarded Air Force One. He is in Turkey for the NATO summit. And there are some new, fresh frustrations from European allies, particularly on these U.S.-led operations in Iran. That continues to be a sticking point. Also, the long-term strategy on Ukraine. It's reported that Donald Trump is going to meet with Volodymyr Zelensky on this trip as well. And those attacks by Russia has intensified on Kyiv and Ukraine as well. Let's talk about it. Jonathan Savage, our Fox News reporter and WJR contributor in Turkey covering this NATO summit. Jonathan, it's good to have you there. What's on tap for the president this afternoon?
Yeah, President Trump will be meeting his host this afternoon, President Erdogan of Turkey. President Trump said that he probably wouldn't have come to this summit were not for the fact that his friend, a man he admires in Recep Tayyip Erdogan, was hosting the event. But he is here. I'm just looking at a picture of Air Force One on the tarmac at an Air Force base that has been upgraded and essentially created in order to host the planes of the world leaders who have landed here and are landing here over the course of the day. You mentioned Volodymyr Zelensky. On another of my monitors, I see Volodymyr Zelensky speaking right now. He is here to ask for more help defending his country from Russia. Russia, over the last week, has been bombarding Ukraine with a brand new intensity. Hundreds of drones and missiles raining down on cities, including the capital, Kyiv, crashing into apartment blocks, killing more than 50 civilians. President Trump wants a peace deal in Ukraine. Volodymyr Zelensky will tell President Trump that what Russia is doing is a show of weakness, not strength, and that Vladimir Putin should be pressured into talks towards a dignified peace.
Jonathan, President Trump has repeatedly questioned whether NATO allies are paying their fair share. Is he entering this summit with more leverage than in previous years?
Last year at the NATO summit in The Hague, that was the summit where most allies agreed to spend 5% of their wealth on defense. And this is the summit where they are going to be held to that promise. The question is, how do they achieve that? Secretary General Mark Rutte says that he wants clear and concrete plans from NATO members about how they're going to prevent gaps in their defense as some American assets withdraw from Europe, as is likely to happen. So that's one of the key questions today and tomorrow for NATO leaders. NATO 3.0 is the buzz phrase because things are changing. The alliance is evolving and Europe is adjusting to receiving less American support.
I'm sorry. Is there still serious discussion about Ukraine eventually joining NATO, or has that become much more of a distant goal?
In order for a country to join NATO, it needs unanimity from all the current members. We saw that when Sweden and Finland applied to join NATO, and Turkey held up their application for some time, eventually allowing them to enter. The United States has made it clear, the US government made it clear that they don't believe that Ukraine should join NATO. Now, we heard time and time again before President Trump came back to power that Ukraine's place is in NATO. That's what leaders told us multiple times. But that's not being talked about anymore because they know that that idea doesn't have American support.
So you talk about NATO 3.0, something that the administration has been focused on. Matthew Whitaker, the ambassador to the UN, has talked about the president's disappointment in some of the allies and allowing us to use our bases in those countries as launching off points in Iran, particularly Spain. How does that become a flashpoint here?
Yeah, Iran is absolutely part of it. President Trump, we know he speaks his mind publicly and in private. And I think that when he holds meetings with NATO leaders, he will bring up the fact that he felt that they were disloyal by not allowing the full and unfettered use of all their military assets for launching attacks in Iran and for overflight as well. Now, the Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte, says that 4,000 or 5,000 US flights did leave or arrive from European bases, and the vast majority of European countries in NATO were helpful. But that's not enough for President Trump. And he will continue to put the squeeze, I think, on countries that he sees are not pulling their weight.
Is this summit really testing whether NATO can stay united despite these political differences among its members?
Well, you can be sure that Russia is watching, Vladimir Putin is watching, and it's a test and a challenge for NATO to make sure that Russia doesn't see all this as an alliance that is weak and is divided. So it does pose a threat to the alliance when there's such a public disagreement, when you have, as President Trump said in the past, he said that perhaps the US wouldn't stand behind NATO members, come to the aid of NATO members who hadn't been paying up towards their defense. Others in NATO were pretty horrified by that, saying that, well, look, that brings to question the whole point of the alliance. So it all depends, of course, on what President Trump says, because other times he said that he does fully stand behind the Article 5 guarantee. So everyone is just watching and waiting to see what his comments are.
And then, yeah, certainly the idea of the United States not being a part of NATO, but Donald Trump pushing for more defense spending from these countries certainly is on the underlying here. And then, you know, what is Mark Rutte's position on this? He has been, he seems like he's trying to play both sides here for the European countries and then the United States as almost an intermediary. What's his role really here in this meeting?
He has been holding the alliance together, some would say. He has been working incessantly, it would appear, to keep President Trump on side in the alliance, to make sure that he knows what European countries are doing. He's been trying to convince President Trump that European leaders are stepping up. And President Trump wants to see that. He wants to see allies sharing more of the burden. So for Mark Rutte, he is someone who has heard time and again that European countries aren't paying off, because President Trump wasn't the first U.S. president to say this. But Mark Rutte says that only President Trump could have got the European countries to make these commitments.
Jonathan Savage, great insight. Thank you for your time as always. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you. Take care.
You got it.
Rutte has earned his nickname of the Trump Whisperer.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, he's got a tough job.
He does. He
certainly.
does. He does.
And the idea of Ukraine joining NATO at this point, I mean, you go back to the 90s, there was reunification talks with Germany. And at that point, there was talk, and Russia claims that it was a promise. The United States never made, or NATO, I should say, never indicated that there was a promise there, but they were talking about not going eastward, that those countries bordering Russia would not be a part of this. Right. Ukraine falls in that, which I think is where the hesitation is.
Yeah.
Is Russia doesn't want those NATO countries bordering theirs.
Yes.
And that has become a major sticking point. Then there's the 97 Act that was signed. All those things play into whether or not Ukraine would be involved. But it doesn't sound like there's that really has died off. More of a supportive role by NATO for Ukraine at this point. We'll take a break, get you caught up on the headlines. More coming up next here on JR Morning.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Oh,
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Hey, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
You're great at protecting your data, but lots of places could still expose you to identity theft.
I thought it was safe.
If that happens, LifeLock gives you a U.S.-based restoration agent who will stick by your side from start to finish. Phone calls, filing documentation, preparing insurance claims, your agent handles it all. In fact, we're so confident restoration is guaranteed for your money back. Isn't it nice to have someone like that on your side? Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
You know what you want to do in retirement, but do you know how to get there? Tune in to Inside Retirement with Brett Brzezinski of the Brzezinski Group, Tuesday nights at 7 to get answers to your retirement planning questions. Plan today so you can do the things you've always dreamt about doing in retirement. Inside Retirement with Brett Brzezinski, Tuesday nights at 7.
Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
News updates anytime at WJR.com.
Life is beautiful and fragile. We fall. We get tired. And sometimes we get sick. But with Corewell Health, we are also strong. We fight disease. We battle cancer. We come together. We come back. We push forward. When the body breaks, we break through. Corewell Health. We can.
Fox News, I'm Jill Lloyd. President Trump arrived in Turkey for the NATO summit, where he's expected to restore Turkey's access to F-35 fighter jets.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has voiced strong opposition to allowing Turkey back into the F-35 program. Israel is currently the only country in the Middle East that operates F-35.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson, a growing list of Democrats now calling on Maine Senate candidate Graham Plattner to drop out of the race after a woman spoke out accusing him of rape.
She says he entered her Maine home uninvited late one night while intoxicated and forced himself on her. A number of Democratic lawmakers and groups, including some who originally supported Plattner, are now calling on him to drop out of the race. And this includes Senators Chuck Schumer and Kirsten Gillibrand, the Senate Majority PAC, and Governors Tim Walz and J.B. Pritzker.
Fox's Douglas Zader, Plattner denies the allegations. America's listening to Fox News.
WJR traffic and weather first.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
Southbound US 23 before 96, an accident blocking the left lane. Telegraph northbound at Horton Road, we have a crash. Southbound 275 off-ramp to northbound 75, closed for construction till 9:30 this evening. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Weingarts. Join Weingarts during their Time to Mow summer event going on now. Let their experts help you find innovative products for your lawn from top brands like Cub Cadet. Cub Cadet Tractor's premium performance will help you unlock the possibilities of your lawn. Visit Weingarts.com to see their complete equipment lineup and shop parts online. A mix of clouds and sunshine today with a high of 87. Right now, it's 67. Clear skies tonight and a low of 68. Then mostly sunny for tomorrow with a high of 89. I'm Renee Vitale, WJR Traffic and Weather First.
Listen for the SAE Ion Engineering every Monday morning on JR Morning. Ion Engineering is sponsored by CSP, the Composite Solutions Partner, an industry leader in lightweighting and advanced composites. Learn more at thecsp.com.
Michigan summers mean outdoor adventure and fun, but high temperatures shouldn't break your budget. Count on Consumers Energy to help make the most of this season and your budget with tips and ways to save. Making small changes like shifting some energy use to the morning or evening, raising your thermostat a couple of degrees, doing laundry at night or on the weekend. It can help lower your bill while keeping your home comfortable. Discover more ways to beat the heat at consumersenergy.com/summer.
This is Mark Snefkamp of the Snefkamp Automotive family. We've served Michigan customers for over 100 years.
We opened our first dealership in 1926. 4 generations later, Stephanie is still the name to trust when buying your next new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. Visit us during the Make This the Summer Sales event, happening now at one of our 4 locations: Highland Park, Gaylord, Midland, or Redford.
There's a place where mornings begin with coffee on the world's longest front porch and evenings end with music under the stars. For 140 years, that place has been Grand Hotel on Mackinac Island. Join us in our 140th season as America celebrates 250 years for a summer of special events and new Grand American evenings each night, beginning after dinner with outdoor entertainment and patriotic celebration for all ages. Join us for a season to celebrate. Visit grandhotel.com or give us a call at 1-800-33-GRAND and mention code WJR2026 for 15% off our best available rate. Conditions apply.
Mitch Albom presents the first public reading of the Declaration of Independence. Don't miss this nationwide commemoration Wednesday 4 till 6 p.m. on WJR. With Mitch and voices across the nation standing to salute our founding document. See it live at the Henry Ford in Greenfield Village. And don't miss it wherever you are. Share the spirit of America, Michigan's signature Declaration of Independence reading with Mitch Albom, Wednesday on 760 WJR.
Make your weekend great with the Great Michigan Weekend. Jim Harper and Cam Carmen, Saturday mornings 8 to 10. Stream 760 WJR live on the WJR app or at WJR.com. It's another JR Morning with Chris Renwick, Lloyd Jackson, and Jamie Edmonds on 760 WJR. And streaming on WJR.com, where Michigan comes to talk.
All right, so I think I've talked about this a couple of times. We're moving, right?
Yes.
And we cleared everything out of our house this weekend. We got everything out.
Okay.
We had movers come and a couple, odds and ends and different stuff and whatever.
Okay.
Here's one thing that I didn't expect. Because, the kids now are older. And this was our first house, so it was smaller.
Sure.
And we needed to get something with a little more room.
Got it.
Because their demands are different. Before, when they're a baby, it doesn't matter. They can be in the little rocker, and it takes up no space.
That's cool.
Now they have friends, and we want to host holidays and things like that. We couldn't do that in our house.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting a slightly larger house, and here's what I didn't expect. I didn't expect the emotions that come along with it.
Yeah, man.
Now, I can tell you, I didn't expect the emotions of being thrilled to throw most of my things away.
Because that's how we do it, man.
It is incredibly freeing.
Yeah, that's how we do it now.
Now, I'll tell you, I got yelled at a couple of times.
Of course, you're going to do that. You're going to get
because I was being a little too liberal in what I was getting rid of.
No.
And my wife's like, "What are you? That's like an unopened toy." And I'm like, "I don't know. Get rid of it. I don't want to see it anymore. They're not playing with it. What do they need it for?"
They went all this time without even dealing with it.
We'll donate it. We'll get rid of it. I don't care.
That's how I am.
And then you're like, "Oh, this feels nice.
Yes.
There's less stuff."
Oh man.
Now somehow we still have a lot of stuff.
Because it's amazing how much you accumulate over time.
You accumulate a lot. But once we got everything out on Sunday, we told the kids, we're like, "All right, this is it. Last time you're here. Do a walkthrough. Go to your rooms one more time."
Yeah.
And it was emotional.
Sure, I get that.
And then you start replaying, and then the kids went to my parents' house, and then we came back, picked a couple things up, vacuumed, whatever, a couple odds and ends. And then it's just my wife and I standing there. And then the waterworks.
Oh yeah, man. No,
then we're a blubbering mess standing at the island in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Because all of a sudden, all the memories come back.
Mm-hmm.
The first steps and the birthdays and the Christmases and the Easter and whatever, all this stuff. It all starts flowing back.
It was like that with my brothers and sisters when my mom sold our house that we grew up in.
Yeah.
It was like that. When it was empty, everything was going out. We're all in the house, the brothers and the sisters.
Yeah.
Man, and we're just all there, man. And we're just...
It's a mess.
It's hard, bro. It's hard.
I didn't expect it. Now, I'm sure you've moved before. I would love to hear from you. Did you find this to be the case? 800-859-0957, 800-859-0WJR. I didn't expect it. I didn't expect it because, you know me, I think a little differently.
Sure.
I'm a little off kilter.
Yeah, no.
With some of my takes.
That's why I was happy to come back.
Some of this stuff isn't for air purposes.
Because some things hasn't changed. It's just so you guys know.
But I'm like, this is a building. It's a structure.
Yeah.
There's no life in it.
No.
It's wood
But
and
it's-
siding and concrete and drywall.
But it's memories, though.
But it is, I didn't expect it.
It is
It
memories.
caught me completely off guard.
It's like a person. And when a person passes away, they're gone. They're here with you physically, but it's those memories that you still have.
Yeah, I had no idea that was going to happen. And finally, my wife, I mean, honestly, it was a blubbering mess. And I go, we need to leave. Because we're just going to stand here and
just-
talk. And remember when
Exactly.
I'm like,
no, but
oh my God, I had no idea. I was caught off guard. It caught me by surprise. And even now, I'm sitting here thinking about it. I'm like, hold it together.
But no, plus you guys have been busy getting the house in order,
Yeah.
moving things,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
that. So you just not thinking about that.
That's a great point because you don't even think about it.
You don't think about that part.
It's just we got to get this bin out of that room.
Yeah,
We got to
there you go.
take
Yeah.
the TV off that wall.
Yeah.
I just didn't know. And it again, I'm happy to be moving past this and into a new place.
Sure.
But it's like, I'm gonna miss it a little bit.
No. Yeah, absolutely you will. I mean, that's just normal.
Shelly's in St. Clair Shore. Shelly, good morning.
When we closed out my mom's house, it was horrible. There were 4 of us siblings. 2 were military related, so they had multiple houses, and they left early. I was the one who was there like the longest, and it was horrible.
Shelly, I feel you. It was the
It
same
was.
way
You
with
remember-
my parents. Yeah.
And I will say, if anybody buys my mother's house and does any reconstruction, they will find 2 pictures. There was a family picture nobody wanted, so we kind of hid it someplace. And there was another picture of my parents, and on the back we wrote a little something about the family that lived here and this and that and the history of the house.
Wow.
That's very cool. Now, did you expect that
If they ever
reaction?
find-
Did you expect that emotion to come out or no?
Yes, I knew it was going to happen. And my sisters were like, we've moved so many times. This is just another place. And I'm like, no, this is like, and then my sister got pissed at me because I would keep going by the house and telling her what they were doing. And she's like,
Yep. We did the same thing. We
no.
did it too.
The lilac bush got pulled, the fence got put up, the tree. I'm like, no, they can't do that.
And all of a sudden, it's not the same place anymore,
Yeah.
huh?
Yes.
Well,
Have a good day.
thank you, Shelly. You too. We appreciate you.
No, I get it. We did the same thing. We would report to my mom and stuff. Hey, mom, they're doing this. What are they doing? But one good thing about our old family house, I was able to go in it once they finished everything. And they let me take pictures of the house of all the changes that they made inside of the house and everything. And so, it was kind of cool. And I was able to show it to my mom. And my mom, before she passed, she said, okay, I feel better about the house. They did a good
Sure.
job.
Yeah, sure.
With the house.
Sure.
But I mean, my son right now, my oldest son, he's 30. He'll be 38 end of the month. And he told me, he said, Dad, I'm sorry. He says, but, when I'm ready to get my own home,
sure.
I'm going to see if they want to sell it because I want Nana's house.
Oh, really?
I said, really? He was like,
that's
Dad,
cool.
He said, Dad, the memories there.
Memories.
I just, I would love to have Nana's house.
We got a text. Did you throw the things away or did your wife? When you unpack, you will realize that your wife threw out things that you thought you took and tried to keep. If it was up to me, I would have thrown everything I own away.
Oh,
I would have rented
But that's
it.
how we do, man. I mean, we just
I would have
kinda-
rented a dumpster and I would have said, starting over. Just start from scratch.
Because I've done it. I've thrown things away, man. Like, okay, just get rid of it. Just get rid of it. And then later on down the line, I'm like, hey, did you see what? You threw that away when we. Did I? Oh, okay.
We have been married for 10 years.
Uh-huh.
We have stuff still in boxes from our wedding that we've never opened.
Oh, yeah. So do we.
And I'm like, then what is the purpose of this item?
We lived all the time.
We obviously don't use this roasting pan.
That's right. Without the roasting pan, we haven't used it.
We've been getting along just fine.
Get along great.
See, Chris, what about a garage sale?
Okay, here's my thing about a garage sale.
Okay.
I don't have the patience.
I get that. But I mean, you were talking earlier about like an unopened toy. I mean, you could always donate that, or you can do a garage sale.
We donate. We donate.
Donate, write it off, man.
But have a garage sale.
The write it off. I mean, yes.
I'll come over and keep you company. We'll watch soccer.
Well,
or something.
here's my other thing. When I was a kid, I had a garage sale.
Okay.
It was basically my stuff.
Okay.
And again, you talk about like memories or things. I have a lot of like sports memorabilia. Some odds and like I have some like a Pat LaFontaine signed hockey puck.
Okay.
Right. It's value there, not really. But I was like, this is a $50 hockey puck.
Oh, you.
I am not going off of any factual information. I was like 12.
Going by what you thought it should be.
And I'm like, I had, what else I had? I had this, it's a wooden baseball glove, and it's got a place to hang a bat and a ball and a little hook for your glove.
Okay.
And you'd hang it on your wall.
Yeah.
Right. I had that when I was a kid.
Nice.
It was sentimental to me. It's a piece of wood that looks like a baseball glove.
Okay.
There's no value there. I'm like, this is $15 and somebody will pay $15 for. Of course, nobody bought any of my stuff. So I'm sitting here with all my stuff. Nobody has come and bought anything.
That's why you don't have the patience.
It's exactly right.
that.
I'm jaded because nobody wants my crap at a marked up price at a garage sale. I told my mom, I'm like, I'm going to have a garage sale. I'm going to sell this stuff. I'm going to save my money and buy whatever. And she's like, okay. And she's like, how much are you going to sell it for?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, $30.
It messed you up, man.
She's like,
you're scarred. You're scarred.
No.
Yeah, I don't think you can have a garage sale.
No, I'm not.
Unless you're not a part of it, just let the wife do it.
I'm not equipped. Meanwhile, the most influential figure in Democratic politics is Barack Obama. How influential will he be in these midterms? Talk about it next. It's JR Morning.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess. Its dual active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Catch School Talks with Dr. Robert Livernoy.
On the program this week, we'll hear from the Detroit Zoo and the great opportunities for children.
Opportunities to do a goat encounter where you can go in and brush the goats, which is a really neat way to start building empathy and appreciation for animals. We also have the bamboo shark and stingray cove where you can go in to also touch these amazing sea animals.
School Talks, Sundays at 3 on WJR.
Catch the Michigan Opportunity, an economic development series featuring candid conversations with business leaders and innovators across Michigan. Every Saturday night at 11 p.m. on the Michigan Opportunity, you'll hear firsthand accounts on how the state is driving job growth and business investment, supporting a thriving entrepreneurial ecosystem, building vibrant communities, and helping to attract and retain one of the most diverse and talented workforces. The Michigan Opportunity, Saturdays at 11 p.m., sponsored by the MEDC.
And the match is about to begin. Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog. Well, they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Second opinions. You get them with your health, so why not with your wealth?
Your stock market investments deserve a second opinion. At Henyon & Walsh, it only takes a second. To schedule your free second opinion, call 800-279-5279. Henyon & Walsh, the second opinion people. Investing involves risk, including the possible loss of principal. Advisory services provided by Henyon & Walsh Asset Management. Securities offered by Henyon & Walsh, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
This report is sponsored by MGM Grand Detroit. Get ready to win big this summer at MGM Grand Detroit. Earn entries into the Friday drawings for a chance at the $40,000 progressive cash prize. If it's not claimed by July 31st, it turns into a guaranteed grand prize of $200,000 cash. See the MGM Rewards desk for details. 21 and up.
Southbound US 23 before 96, an accident's blocking the left lane. Northbound Telegraph at Horton Road, we have an accident there as well. The southbound 275 off-ramp to northbound 75 closed for construction till 9:30 this evening. 2 right lanes are closed on northbound 275 between Sibley and Eureka till 4 o'clock on Wednesday. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by NECA IBEW Local 58. Count on the Powering Michigan team of IBEW 58 skilled electricians and NECA signatory contractors for your next commercial, industrial, public, or residential construction project. The best electricians, the best electrical contractors, period. Learn more at poweringmichigansfuture.com. Here's your forecast.
Looking pretty good. Just seeing a few clouds around this morning. Other than that, I think we'll be in good shape here for a couple of days. Next front marches in by Thursday afternoon. Sunshine around with some cloud today, 85. Tonight in the mid-60s. Suburbs may get a little bit cooler. Patchy fog early Wednesday. Then sunshine warmer, 90. And still near 90 Thursday with afternoon thunderstorms into Thursday night. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagicon, 760 WJR, where Michigan comes to talk.
Call us or text us. The number's the same. 1-800-859-0957. 1-800-859-0WJR. Powered by Michigan Auto Law. Auto Accident Attorneys. Visit autolaw.com. That's autolaw.com.
Traditionally, the outgoing president of a party kind of is the figurehead.
Sure.
You know, and in the Democrats' case, that would be Joe Biden. It doesn't seem like that. It doesn't seem like that's working for Democrats right now.
No.
Well, then who is that figure? It's Barack Obama.
The last Democrat.
Yeah, Barack Obama is still the most consequential Democrat left in the party. And he left office in 2016.
Right.
So what role does he have going forward, especially with a party now that's dealing with a completely different faction in places where you're getting a much more socialist push. You're pushing aside the incumbents, you're pushing aside some of the more moderates or even liberal Democrats that are sympathetic to some of the progressive causes, but are more on the side of the Chuck Schumers and things like that. There is a distancing happening there. And we've seen that in places like Colorado, in Maine, in New York.
In New York, yeah.
So what role does Barack Obama play here? Mike Radke is a longtime Democratic strategist and joins us this morning to talk about it. Mike, good morning. It's good to have you.
Oh, good morning. Thank you for having me on.
How does the party at this point use Barack Obama? Because, again, I don't think Joe Biden's available. So how does he get involved in trying to sway Democrats into a certain election and then once we get into head-to-head matchups?
Well, I wanted to just step back and recharacterize kind of what you said to start the segment. I don't think it's so much a socialist versus other push. I think it's a push against the gerontocracy that currently runs the Democratic Party. For a lot of, especially youthful Democrats, they're most concerned with people like, on the other side, Mitch McConnell or Chuck Schumer, who are in their 80s and 70s, who have been in the party for a long time, who have held power for 20, 30 years. a lot of what you're seeing now, in my opinion, is young people rising up and saying, we want our say.
Also, is it healthy for a political party to continue looking for a former president for direction, or does there come a point in time where new leadership just has to emerge?
I think it's a combination of the two. I mean, President Obama is well loved by everyone, not just Democrats in this country. And I think that he knows that he has a role to play, but it's more of a behind the scenes role. He feels that he needs to kind of inspire the next generation, give tips, tricks, try to explain how to get elected. But he's also not leading the charge into the next generation, as we all can agree.
Yeah, I think that's actually my take on it as well. I actually don't think he should be front and center with this.
Well, he wants to be more of a coach than a player.
Yeah, well, and he should be. Yeah, I think he should be because, and even if you look at the track record, and again, Kamala Harris was thrust into that position, and what was he not going to stump for her? But that didn't end well. He stumped for Hillary. That didn't end up well. Obviously, Joe Biden was elected president, so that worked out. But I just wonder, as time passes, do they lose the influence that they maybe had publicly more so than privately?
I think that's true. I think, as all things, time passes. I mean, President Clinton, for all of those of us who remember, ran an insurgent campaign to win the presidency in the 90s. And now he's considered kind of like a forgotten figure in the Democratic
Party. Sure.
Yeah.
I think time cures all, right? It kind of moves on, and people who were exciting or dynamic at a certain point, even Joe Biden was dynamic. I used to work for Joe Biden in the early 2000s when I was on his advance team, and he was much more dynamic then than he is now, obviously.
And, we've seen younger Democrats emerge with these very different styles and priorities. Is there a risk of a generational divide within the party?
I think generational divide is here. I think that with what happened in the last election, and then with what's happening across the country, I mean, I read about it was Kay Everett, the Republican chair of a committee who was in a nursing home because she had dementia. I mean, there's a fear that our leaders are out of touch, only because of their age, but because they refuse to cede power to a younger generation that obviously wants to take the reins.
I was reading something that, some Democrats want to rebuild the Obama coalition. They want to copy essentially what Barack Obama did. And much like Donald Trump and MAGA, different philosophies.
Right.
But they struck a tone. And they continue, at least in Donald Trump's case, to be a strong base. I don't know that you can just recreate that out of thin air. I think you have to pick the time has to be right. The conditions have to be right. And for Obama, they were right. For Donald Trump, they were right. I don't know that you can manufacture that.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I think that every election and every campaign has a distinct flavor. It's the flavor of not just the day, but everything that's come before and everything that you want to happen. I think people forget that Barack Obama was not an insider. He was an outsider. He led an insurgent campaign in his first run for president against Hillary Clinton. And more than that, let's not forget that when he ran for Congress in Chicago, Bobby Rush schooled him on getting out in the streets.
And I'm looking, looking at 2028, and if, Obama endorses someone, could his endorsement unite the Democratic Party, or could it just actually deepen divisions if different factions feel overlooked?
I mean, I think right now, as we said at the beginning, Barack Obama is seen as an old, wizened elder of the Democratic Party, and his words will have weight. Will it have weight with everyone? I don't think so. I think folks are going to go in the direction that they want to go, but we will look to people like Barack Obama, who have been leaders in our party, who have gotten elected, kind of the North Star, I guess. I don't think you can recreate the Obama coalition, but I think that our future coalition is going to look somewhat like it. Not exactly, but those are our voters. Those are our
you take
people.
the 10 polls of it and then try to do what you can. Michael Radke, appreciate your time as always and insight. Thank you. We'll talk again soon.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you got it. 8 o'clock hours next.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. Did you know the IRS has programs specifically designed to help people struggling with tax debt? Powerful tax assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. No one knows these programs better than the experts at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm, A-rated by the Better Business Bureau. Their award-winning tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $3 billion of tax debt for their clients. One call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries about wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Find the best options to solve your tax problems. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief today for a free consultation.
Call 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155. 800-896-8155.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
WJR.
Hey, it's Ryan Armani. I want to get real with you for a minute about a 4-letter word we can all relate to: pain. If you're in severe or chronic pain right now due to arthritis, sciatica, neuropathy, or honestly, just about any other ailment, you need to check out an amazing pain elimination laser treatment at the Nerve and Disc Laser Institute, located in Farmington and Clinton Township. It's FDA cleared, totally safe, and their lasers are the highest dose, highest intensity lasers in Michigan. These laser treatments get rid of the pain. They reduce inflammation and regenerate tissue by targeting the root cause of the pain. And the best part, your pain goes away without drugs, injections, side effects, downtime, or everyone's biggest fear, surgery. So grab your phone and call 248-326-2030. That's 248-326-2030. Mention my name this month. You're going to get half off your treatment plan, 50% off your treatment plan. That's huge. The Nerve and Disc Laser Institute, 248-326-2030. Call now.
WJR, Detroit.
With friends like these, I'm Chris Foster, Fox News. President Trump's arrived in Turkey for a 2-day NATO summit, meeting with allies he accuses of being disloyal for insufficient support in the military operation against Iran and not paying enough for their own defense. NATO is investing $40 billion over the next 5 years in drone fighting technology.
We know these are crucial capabilities on the battlefield and vital to our shared security.
NATO Secretary General Mark Rutte. Iran's military has resumed attacks on commercial ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
The Iranian government has repeatedly stated that the only safe route through the strait is one it has approved. The ship set on fire by a projectile today was transiting near the coast of Oman. State TV says the liquefied natural gas tanker came under attack after ignoring warnings. Iran is suspected of attacking other ships that have sailed through that same area. Those strikes sparked retaliatory attacks by the United States. Iran then went after Gulf Arab neighbors in response.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. Maine Senate candidate Graham Plattner has until next Monday to withdraw and let the state Democratic Party replace him on the ballot against incumbent Susan Collins. He is accused of drunkenly raping a woman 5 years ago.
While Plattner called the sexual assault allegation by a woman who said they dated on and off false, GOP Senator Susan Collins said in a brief statement, the claim is appalling. Plattner, in his video response, said he's assessing his candidacy.
We are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward.
Prominent Democrats pulled their endorsements of Plattner, including Congressman Ro Khanna and Senators Chuck Schumer, Ruben Gallego, and Mark Kelly. Maine's Democratic Party also called for Plattner to drop out. Gernal Scott, Fox News.
Team USA's run at the World Cup soccer tournament comes to an end, beaten by Belgium 4-1 in the round of 16 last night in Seattle. America's listening to Fox News.
WJR traffic and weather first.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
Still have that crash on southbound US 23 before 96, taking up the left lane. Northbound Telegraph at Court in an accident. The southbound 275 off-ramp to northbound 75 remains closed for construction till 9:30 this evening. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. Mix of clouds and sunshine today. High of 87. Right now, it's 66. Clear skies tonight and a low of 68. Mostly sunny tomorrow, high of 89. I'm Renee Vitale, WJR traffic and weather first.
Hi, it's Paul W. Let's talk about the roof on your home.
A lot of you will need to replace your roof this summer, but be forewarned. There are roofing companies out there that skip over the most important part of the process, the attic ventilation. You see, if your attic doesn't have proper air circulation, it can cause problems such as mold and wood rot, leaks in the winter, not to mention higher AC bills in the summer. This is one of the reasons I recommend Victor's Home Solutions to my listeners. Their process begins with a free 21-point roof inspection that includes a thorough inspection of your attic. They know that if the ventilation isn't right, the roof will be built on a shaky foundation. Every Victor's roof comes with a well-thought-out attic ventilation plan, and that's why they can offer a 50-year leak-free guarantee on every roof they install. Money-saving discounts and financing incentives are available. Call for your free 21-point roof inspection and estimate today. 866-VICTORS, 866-VICTORS, or victors.com.
The ultimate fan experience, COSM is coming to Detroit. Go beyond the screen for live sports, movies, art, and entertainment without ever leaving your seat. When you can't be there, be at COSM.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Progressive's Home Quote Explorer helps you easily find and buy the right coverage for you. It's everything you've always wanted. Well, I mean, as far as a website that lets you shop, quote, and buy insurance in one place. But hey, maybe that is everything you've always wanted. Yeah, people have different types of dreams. And if all you've ever been searching for is a website that helps you choose home insurance rates and coverage, boy, do we have great news about Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
It's not just morning, it's a JR morning with Chris Renwick, Lloyd Jackson, and Jamie Edmonds on 760 WJR and on the WJR app, where Michigan comes to talk.
8:05 here on a Tuesday. Good to have you. The run is over. U.S. soccer eliminated from World Cup action as they lose to Belgium 4-1 yesterday. And it was ugly.
Not very attractive. Right?
It was ugly.
I'm trying to be a little bit more politically correct.
Ugly.
But it was ugly. Okay. 4-1, right?
I'm like, are we playing the same game here? There was no hustle, no drive.
They checked out early?
I mean, they weren't moving. I mean, they were lazy, lethargic. It was a complete 180 from what we've seen throughout the rest of their games.
Where were they playing?
Seattle.
In Seattle, okay.
Again, once you get to this point in the tournament, everybody's good. Right? Yeah. It's not like March Madness where you got a Cinderella story.
Right.
Right? Nobody knows how to prepare for the mid-majors. They just somehow catch fire, and here comes Fort Myers.
Yeah.
It's not like that.
No, you got to be on the ball.
You are world-class soccer players.
You got to be on the ball.
And if you're
at all times,
if you're a Spain or a Portugal or a France or any of these countries, you are legit.
Yes.
And unfortunately for the United States, they ran into that. Now, I thought they'd beat Belgium. I thought they'd beat Belgium without Flo Balogun. He played, but regardless, the run is over. The fun stops. I don't care. Pack it up. We don't just call the tournament now. I don't care. Give it to any of them. Doesn't matter.
So I'm wondering now, since we're the host country and everything, will viewership go down now because the United States is not?
Oh, that's a great question, and I would assume yes.
Yeah.
Although I was talking to my mom yesterday, and my mom likes. She would never watch soccer.
Okay.
She'd put the news on before she'd put soccer on. She'd put anything else on. Watch a show about, whatever. But I'm like, based on this World Cup, based on these games that you've watched, because I've caught her watching games that don't involve the U.S.
Okay, yeah.
And I'm like, are you more likely to flip on the Premier League before the lottery numbers are announced, or UEFA, or
right.
Are you more apt to turn one of those on now? She goes, yes. She said, not that I haven't liked soccer. It's boring. And I'm like, I get it. It is boring for Americans.
Yeah.
But like, are you more likely? She goes, absolutely. Yes, I would watch more high-level soccer.
Because of
this. Because if you haven't tuned into soccer for a long time, you don't know.
Right.
So I think there are people that are going to be dialed in. I think it does scale back, though, pretty significantly.
Frustration is growing among DTE Energy customers after these severe storms knocked out power for thousands of Metro Detroiters over the holiday weekend. Some customers said they lost groceries they had purchased for the holiday. They questioned whether DTE's $42 outage credit is enough to cover their losses. DTE officials say they understand the frustration, but argue that the credit is among the largest offered by utilities nationwide. And the company says estimated restoration times are based on damage assessments from crews and engineers, not guesses. Repairs are prioritized by safety concerns, critical facilities like hospitals, and then the largest outages first. DTE says power is expected to be restored to all customers by the end of today. Many customers' power came back yesterday, but they still have some concerns with the company's leadership and the response to these outages.
And there were some deaths that came in the wake of this or during it. There was that accident on 94 in Dearborn. That car had stopped because of the flooding. And then there was a story about a teenager who died. His parents were overseas and he had brought a generator in the house. Obviously, you can't do that.
Can't put them in the house,
But it's certainly scary situations. And then the frustration for people when you've been out of power for multiple days. I should probably check the outage map again. At least as of this morning for DTE, there was less than 30,000 people out.
Yeah.
And you mentioned hopefully by the end of today.
By the end of today, that's what they are saying.
But again, for all those people that have been out since Friday, the groceries are bad now, and they give you the whatever it is, the $40 rebate or whatever.
$40 each day after so many days.
Yeah, it's just it's not enough for folks, and I get absolutely understand the frustration. Meanwhile, great news for Michigan State. Kevin Guskowitz is staying on as president. He will not be going to Clemson and staying on as president.
Not the same for Jay Batts, though.
Jay Bat is different. It's at least according to the president of Kentucky, Jay Bat is still leaving for Kentucky.
Okay.
So the buyout is slightly higher for Jay Bat now, but whatever.
I mean,
a couple $1 million for Kentucky, no big deal. But Michigan State was in a period of flux, and they still are. They still need an athletic director. If in fact Jay Bat does leave, they reports say that he is. But having Kevin Guskowitz stay on is good. What type of mending of the fences had been done behind the scenes between he and the board? I don't know.
Yeah, happened.
I don't know if the scrutiny on how board members are selected in the state of Michigan will continue, whether they should be governor appointed, whether they should be voted on by the people, whether there should be, the appointment at the state conventions, the party conventions, whatever it is. I don't know if that scrutiny still applies here because Kevin Guskowitz is staying.
Back, yeah.
But those conversations happened. And so how do you rectify them? Because if you're still concerned about the trajectory of these boards, and what do you do with it?
That's right. It still could be an issue.
It still could be an issue,
Yeah.
but certainly good news for Kevin Guskowitz staying on.
Former Detroit Lions cornerback Terrion Arnold cleared waivers yesterday, officially making him a free agent after his release on June 29th. Now, the Lions cut the 23-year-old following his arrest in connection with that alleged armed robbery and kidnapping from February, and Arnold is currently free on a $1 million bond. Now, prosecutors are pushing for Arnold to wear a GPS monitoring tether, a request a judge previously denied so it wouldn't interfere with his football career. And while prosecutors renewed that request after he lost his job in Detroit, Arnold's attorneys argued that 3 NFL teams have already reached out and expects Arnold to sign a new contract within 30 days. A court hearing to decide on the GPS tether is scheduled for July the 10th.
I had seen a report that there were a couple of teams that had reached out that were interested in Terrion Arnold. If you want to take the baggage on, I mean, that's...
And take a chance, too. I mean, he still has to go through trial and
Right, the
all of
legal
that.
process.
So, I mean, you know,
he's facing 6 felonies.
and listen, there's a lot of evidence. Listen, you're innocent until proven guilty.
Sure.
But there is a lot of evidence, from what I understand. There are text messages. You have the people who are involved with him who have taken pleas, and are going to testify against him. It's it's an uphill battle.
Meanwhile, Doge is officially dead.
Doge dead.
Doge is dead. They were supposed to be done by July 4th.
Okay.
That was their finish line.
Okay.
Of course, they had folded up shop
Sure.
much earlier than that.
Mm-hmm.
The department had set out the task of finding $2 billion in waste or fraud or abuse of taxpayer money. And in fact, they only ended up finding about $215 billion. Now, you have other independent assessments of the program, and they say they maybe found under $30 billion of government waste.
Yeah.
Which, look, any waste you identify as
It's
good waste,
but it's far from what they were
miles
saying.
away.
Yeah.
Miles away.
Mm-hmm.
And I was very excited about Doge. I don't make any bones about it.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to take a much deeper look into what we're spending and how we're spending it, and if dollars are being appropriated the right way. This is our money.
And if we have a lot of copycat, a lot of things that we're reproducing.
The redundancies.
Yes,
absolutely. But they fell way short. And it was I love the idea, but it just never.
It was an out of the box idea. And so, maybe something comes of it down the road.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the United States falls to Belgium 4-1. They're out of the World Cup. Let's talk about it next. It's JR Morning.
If your roof is leaking, missing shingles, or showing signs of age, don't wait until it turns into expensive damage. Get your roof replaced now and get $2,000 off with WeatherSeal Home Improvements, your local trusted roofing expert. At WeatherSeal Home Improvements, you work directly with the owner, getting an honest, no-hassle estimate right away. For a limited time, get $2,000 off your roof replacement. One quick call to WeatherSeal Home Improvements could save you thousands. Visit WeatherSealHomeImprovements.com to get an estimate today. That's WeatherSealHomeImprovements.com.
Is your home ready for an exterior upgrade? New roof, siding, and gutters can completely transform the look of your home. Right now at WeatherSeal Home Improvements, they're giving you $2,000 off your roof replacement. They'll give you a durable upgrade for your home, protecting what matters most and money back in your pocket. Now that's a good deal. Trust the experts at WeatherSeal Home Improvements for your next roof replacement and schedule a free estimate today at WeatherSealHomeImprovements.com. That's WeatherSealHomeImprovements.com.
It's Ryan Armani. Are you in pain right now? I'm talking about the severe and chronic kind that stops you from enjoying your life. I've been there too, and that's why I want to tell you about the amazing pain elimination treatment I use only at the Nerve and Disc Laser Institute. It's FDA cleared and 100% safe. The highest dose, highest intensity lasers in Michigan. The best part, there's no injections, pain meds, downtime, side effects, or surgery. Great for people suffering from arthritis, sciatica, neuropathy, or other ailments. Laser treatments get rid of the pain, they reduce inflammation, and regenerate tissues by targeting the root cause of the pain. It's located in Farmington and Clinton Township. You can call 248-326-2030. That's 248-326-2030. Mention my name this month, and you're going to get 50% off your treatment plan. The Nerve and Disc Laser Institute. Call now.
While the world watches the stars at the FIFA World Cup this summer, Hyundai has its eyes on the next generation of talent. The future stars who are already turning heads at age 14. Because next doesn't wait for an invitation. And neither do we. Hyundai has always moved the future within reach. We did it when we made advanced safety standard on every vehicle and engineered EVs with ultra-fast charging capability. Because the future isn't some far-off concept. It's already here. Next starts now. Hyundai, an official partner of FIFA.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us too in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
If your roof is leaking, missing shingles, or showing signs of age, don't wait until it turns into expensive damage. Get your roof replaced now and get $2,000 off with Weather Seal Home Improvements, your local trusted roofing expert. At Weather Seal Home Improvements, you work directly with the owner, getting an honest, no-hassle estimate right away. For a limited time, get $2,000 off your roof replacement. One quick call to Weather Seal Home Improvements could save you thousands. Visit WeatherSealHomeImprovements.com to get an estimate today. That's WeatherSealHomeImprovements.com.
Is your home ready for an exterior upgrade? New roof, siding, and gutters can completely transform the look of your home. Right now at Weather Seal Home Improvements, they're giving you $2,000 off your roof replacement. They'll give you a durable upgrade for your home, protecting what matters most and money back in your pocket. Now that's a good deal. Trust the experts at Weather Seal Home Improvements for your next roof replacement and schedule a free estimate today at WeatherSealHomeImprovements.com. That's WeatherSealHomeImprovements.com.
WJR Traffic and Weather First.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
We have a crash on westbound M59 after Adams. That is traffic slow from Crooks Road. Westbound 94 before 96. That disabled vehicle cleared. However, traffic still stop and go from 75. Southbound Telegraph after 13 mile, an accident there is causing delays to 14 mile. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel. Here's your forecast.
All right, pretty decent here Tuesday morning. Good drive in and the dry weather continuing into the afternoon. Blue sky with a few clouds, a comfortable 85. Tonight, mainly clear, about 65. Suburbs will be a bit cooler. It's actually pretty pleasant for Wednesday morning. But watch out for some fog setting up. After that, we'll have sunshine and close to 90-degree heat in the afternoon. And some afternoon thunderstorms on Thursday with an approaching front high near 90. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stagicon, 760 WJR, where Michigan comes to talk.
I'm Kevin Dietz. Coming up on All Talk. Doge is officially gone, but the debate over government spending is far from over. Was saving $250 billion enough? Where does cost cutting go from here? And can Washington ever get serious about tackling a $39 trillion national debt? Plus, results from America's big night at the World Cup. All Talk is 9 to noon. You can stream us anytime at WJR.com.
You know, it's one thing to lose 1-0 or, have a hard-fought match, but fell behind early, 1-0.
Yeah.
Then they get the equalizer off of Marcus Tillman. Absolute beautiful penalty shot, or a free kick, rather. And then just a minute later, less than 2 minutes later, Belgium retakes the lead. And then it was a boat race. It was calamities all over the place.
They just checked out, I guess, right?
It really felt that way. And so the U.S. out of World Cup contention. Let's talk about it with Tim Green, the lead editor of ClutchPoints.com. Tim, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me.
It was not the outing that I think many of us expected from the U.S. going against Belgium, whether or not Flo Balogun was going to be there or not.
Yeah, this was the most talented U.S. team in quite a long time and the best coached U.S. team in a long time. So I think Americans had big expectations, and they really missed the boat last night.
And I just want to know, I wonder what the vibe was in Seattle. I mean, after all this incredible energy and momentum, the U.S. built up in playing on home soil, how did things go so left last night?
Yeah, the crowd was there. They were supporting them. It was a really great atmosphere. But, they couldn't cover up the weaknesses in the end. I mean, coming into this World Cup, there was 3 kind of major weaknesses the U.S. had. It was goalkeeping, it was defense, and it was Christian Pulisic not being in good form and not scoring goals. And all those showed up last night. The goalkeeper made a huge mistake to letting that third goal. 38-year-old Tim Ream, the defender, was responsible for the first 2 goals. And then Pulisic, while he was out there healthy, didn't play very well. And then he got hurt, which he's apt to do. So, the 3 kind of things that didn't show up in those first 4 games, and we were hoping that the U.S. was kind of past them, they showed up last night in a big way, and it was too much to overcome.
Do you think the narrative around soccer has changed now? I mean, anytime a World Cup comes around and the United States is in it, people do tune in to a certain degree. But do things change now that it was on home soil? People were getting a much bigger sense of what this tournament is about, what the sport is about. Do you think the narrative changes in the United States?
Yeah, I think it always helps move the kind of cause along. I mean, when you look at where we were in '94, the last time we hosted, and where we are now, it's night and day. So I think that's a good thing. But yeah, I mean, a lot of this comes down to kind of, who this team inspired for the next World Cup in 2030, because that '94 team, inspired a lot of the players who became part of the '98 and the 2002 team. That 2002 team was the one that went to the quarterfinals, the farthest that America had ever been since 1930. So, I think that kids watching this, the kids watch the NFL every year, the NBA every year, they get inspired. Soccer really only has one shot every 4 years to do this. And being on home soil, this was their big shot. And I think it will change. I think the next team we put forward will be even better.
Tim, the exit, though, means that the U.S. goes out in the round of 16 yet again. But on the other hand, they actually won a knockout game this time around, which is technically progress, I guess. But, a 4-1 blowout on home soil feels like a big step backwards. How should fans kind of weigh those two realities?
Yeah, well, so, the extra knockout round is a function of the World Cup moving from 32 to 48 teams this time. So this is the first ever round of 42. So yes, we won a knockout game, but it was a knockout round that had never existed in the past. So I don't know how much stock we put in that.
Okay.
And, I think there is some kind of progress among the American fandom that we are disappointed by this. I mean, this is the round that the U.S. has gone out in the last 3 World Cups they participated in.
Mm-hmm.
And, that's becoming not good enough for American fans who now know soccer, who know these players because they're playing at the highest level around the globe. And the fact that we're disappointed and we think our team should have gone farther, I think is at least, again, kind of back to the last question, is the progress we see in the American sports landscape. So I think it's okay to be disappointed and to say that, this team should have done better with all the stuff that it had going for it.
Tim Crean, we appreciate you. Thank you for your time this morning. We'll talk soon. It certainly was a fun run.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Enjoy the rest of the World Cup.
Yeah, thanks.
Right.
You too. But again, it's like with me and any of the teams that I like, right, are Detroit sports teams.
Mm-hmm.
As things progress, I become more heavily involved emotionally. Like I am like the Pistons, right, for example. Or maybe that's not a great example. Like the Tigers haven't been one of the best teams in baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Probably know they're not going to win the World Series. But once you beat the Indians and you're moving on to Seattle, all of a sudden I wanted a little more.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely.
All of a sudden,
that's normal. Yeah.
I want to win a pennant. All of a sudden, I want more.
Sure.
I want more because now you're getting closer.
I mean, well, I could say the same thing with the Pistons. I mean, we were winning these rounds, and I mean, we were
but
down.
The Pistons were one of the best teams in the league.
I understand that, but we still hadn't got that. We got blew out by New York, in the first round. We did better this year, so I wanted more.
Yes,
I wanted more.
Yes,
and then we got taken out by Cleveland, which we shouldn't have.
Yeah.
But
so when you're on that run,
yes,
and it's like you can beat this team, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then once you do, it's like,
okay, I want some more.
Well, now I'm on the next level. Now I'm hungry.
That's it.
Now the fever is getting higher.
Yes.
Because we know what it's like to win a championship.
Mm-hmm.
We know what it's like to pack Woodward for a Stanley Cup parade.
We do.
Or an NBA championship.
Right.
We know what that feeling is. So we want more.
We want an NFL parade.
Just like with the Lions.
Yes.
Blow a chance to get to the Super Bowl in the second half, and all of a sudden,
yes,
I'm like,
deflate, just all the
air. So you want it as it progresses. It was the same thing with me here.
Okay,
it's like, you get out of the group stage, great, let's do it. Then you get hold on, we might have to depending on how far we go, we might need to rename football to soccer nation or globally. Don't call it football no more. This is soccer now. This is our game now. Right? This is you guys need to figure us out.
Yeah.
No, we're the soccer superpower. But all for naught.
I get it.
All for naught. It'll be interesting to see though, actually, what happens with Terrion Arnold. Because so he clears waivers. Now he can go to any team he wants. He's got all this legal trouble. But it'll be fascinating to see what happens with him.
Because I don't know, of course they haven't set a trial date or anything, but will it happen during football season, or I guess they'll probably wait till after football is over. If he gets on the team, they'll probably schedule to after that. But then what happens after that? I mean, what type of contract do you sign with these teams? Because
yeah, it's a low money contract, I'll tell you that.
It's got to be low money and low term because you don't know how long you're going to be there because you might not be there, but a season.
But if there's one thing that we've seen from NFL teams over the years is that they'll take a flyer on anybody.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You got legal trouble, that's fine. If we can clear that legal hurdle and you're going to be available and you're a body that can produce.
And you can help us get to a Super Bowl or whatever. Win a ring.
Absolutely. So if teams are already poking around, that tells you that there is there's some interest.
Because there's some teams that need some help.
And then they're asking their legal teams in the organization, like, what do you think of this? How does this going to work out, you think? Should we keep an eye on this? Yeah. Coming up on the other side, gas dropping below $4 for the first time since April here in Michigan. We'll talk about it next.
What if the most powerful thing you brought to your business was your values? Great leaders don't just drive results, they drive change. Join CEOs, entrepreneurs, executives, and nonprofit leaders at the beautiful St. John's Resort for the Called Conference. Hear bold voices, build meaningful connections, create a lasting legacy. Register today at called-conference.org. The Called Conference, presented by the Pulte Family Charitable Foundation and the Catholic Initiative, where values drive leadership and purpose powers performance. Again, that's called-conference.org.
Too many women can relate to Lisa's story. Maybe you can too. She said the pain in her abdomen was horrible, not normal. Her doctor said it was just bad periods. Searching for answers, Lisa turned to Michigan Medicine. There she met specialists who looked deeper and discovered not only stage 4 endometriosis, but also a rare appendix cancer. Then treated both diseases in a single life-saving surgery. Lisa found her answer at Michigan Medicine. Find yours at michiganswers.org/start.
Keep your kiddos entertained and learning this summer at the Village of Rochester Hills. Bring your little ones to Festival Park on Wednesdays for free interactive music classes with Miss Kalisa. Plus, don't miss Bugs on Wheels on select Thursdays and Sundays, where kids can safely see, touch, and hold amazing live insects with the Bug Lady. Free family fun is waiting for you. Visit thevorh.com for dates and details.
Sports Wrap. Weeknight 6 to 7 with Anthony and Lomas on 760 WJR.
It's dangerously hot across southeast Michigan this week. Stay ahead of the heat. Drink water before you're thirsty. Find air conditioning. Check on elderly neighbors and keep pets inside. If you need a cooling center, call 211. Stay safe. Stay hydrated.
Custom built for Detroit. 760 WJR.
Fox News, I'm CJ Papa. President Trump arriving in Turkey, where he was met by that nation's leader, President Erdogan, as he stepped off Air Force One.
President Trump expected to allow Turkey back into the F-35 stealth fighter jet program. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, currently the only country, Israel, that operates the F-35 in the Middle East, does not want to see Erdogan receive these jets.
Fox's Lucas Tomlinson in Ankara. Russia's war in Ukraine will also be on the agenda. Ukraine's President Vladimir Zelensky speaking at the summit.
I want to emphasize this. Unlike Putin, we are not fighting this war for pleasure or for geopolitics. Russia brought this war to Ukraine.
Zelensky will meet with President Trump, who said yesterday he believes Russia's President Putin is under pressure to end the war. America's listening to Fox News.
WJR traffic and weather first.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Trouble sleeping lately? Upgrade to the great sleep you deserve at Mattress Firm's July 4th sale. Choose from a curated selection of top brands and let their sleep experts help you narrow it down. They make sleep easy.
Westbound 94 before 96, a disabled vehicle has just cleared traffic, still slow from 75. Westbound M59 after Adams, an accident there causing backups to Crooks. Southbound Telegraph after 13-mile crash there causing delays to 14-mile. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. Mix of clouds and sunshine today, a high of 87. Right now, it's 67. Clear skies tonight, a low of 68. Mostly sunny tomorrow, high of 89. I'm Renee Vitale, WJR, traffic and weather first.
I move mountains for a living. Literally.
That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids Max Strength. Its dual-active formula has 1,500 milligrams of calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaids spells powerful relief. 1,500 milligrams is our highest amount of antacid per tablet. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
And the match is about to begin.
Most of the team is out with COVID-19, so there'll be some substitutes tonight.
What's this? We have an unexpected guest on the field.
It's a dog, but they could do with extra players.
She's going for the ball.
Are front paws hands or feet?
Soccer season is full of surprises, and COVID-19 could be one of them. If you test positive, prescription medications may help. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Learn more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, Jim Harper here. Like many of you, I got LASIK surgery back in the 80s, and recently I started having trouble seeing, and it turns out they never told us LASIK doesn't last forever. So now what? Glasses? I haven't worn glasses in years, and I'm as vain as the next person. But then I remembered Mariana and the staff at Direct Optical Optique and how great they were at finding cool frames that look good on me, because they are frame stylists. You can't get that on the web or a big box store, and nobody has a bigger selection of designer frames than Direct Optical Optique. And Mariana still knows everybody by name. She's still selling cool glasses one pair at a time with a very personal touch. So if you wear glasses now or are wearing them again, you got to go to Direct Optical Optique and let them treat you like a star. They're the only ones who can do that. 2 great locations, Haggerty Road north of Maple in West Bloomfield, and in Canton on Ford Road next to IKEA, OptiqueDetroit.com on the web.
Point!
Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down.
Ace!
You're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Lots of places can expose you to identity theft.
Oh, no.
That's why LifeLock monitors hundreds of millions of data points a second for threats to your identity, which is way more than anyone can do on their own. If we find anything suspicious, like new loans or changes to your financial accounts, we alert you right away, all through text, phone, email, or the LifeLock app. Get the alerts that could make all the difference. Save up to 30% with promo code NEWS at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Stay here for All Talk with Kevin Dietz at 9. Now back to JR Morning with Chris Renwick, Lloyd Jackson, and Jamie Edmonds on WJR, where Michigan comes to talk.
Well, the average cost of a gallon of gas here in the state of Michigan now is $3.96. AAA says that's down 14 cents from last week. So there is a little bit of relief there. Let's talk about it with Patrick Tahan, the head of petroleum analysis at GasBuddy.com. Patrick, good morning. Good to have you back.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Why are we seeing this decrease now?
Well, this is the downward part of the price cycle.